Welcome, snakes and lizards, to episode 46 of Dion Rising. This right here is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play campaign brought to you by the Knights of D20. Hi, guys. Hey, look how cute they are. Wow. As usual, before we begin traumatizing you with a game of make-believe, we have a few announcements brought to you by a friend of mine who I've heard has a collection of 463 different cardigans to wear this fall. Bobby, what are your announcements this week?
God, I wish I had that many, but I only have 320. So this week, for tea time, it's going to be myself and Dane, so make sure you come by, because we generally get into very logical, very understandable debates about Dungeons & Dragons and the rules. We never veer off topic in any way, shape, or form, so you can count on us to have a very intellectual conversation about Dungeons & Dragons. And also, at some point during this week, I would imagine probably Tuesday or Thursday, if you head over to our Instagram, I am going to be going live at some point for a lovely segment of dark arts and crafts, where I will be just kind of hanging out, knitting, or maybe I'll be cross-stitching. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to craft more, and so I just figured I would do that with everyone just to see what happens. So if you want to come craft with me, if you want to talk D&D, or just talk about random anythings, come hang out with us over on the Instagram, and I will be in our Discord letting you know when that is going to happen. But that is all I have for you this week, so I'm going to send it back to our Dungeon Mother so we can get these snakes going.
Thank you, Bobby. Yeah, that was a good excuse to get everybody over to our Discord. Make sure you scroll down in Twitch, find all those links, join the Discord. We really do announce everything there, so get in there. And finally, with that, we are about to embark on an epic adventure in the world of Dion, where heroes rise, dangers abound, and legends are born. Players, dice at the ready. Tiny baby tie. Little. Okay, let's do it.
Jealous.
I used them in a game this past weekend where I got to be a player. And I pulled out my baby dice. It was very fun. Okay, in episode 45, the group arrived in the Yuan-Ti settlement Zushala, otherwise known to locals as the Coil. They were greeted by a lovely Yuan-Ti woman, the leader of the Undying Wood Dwellers, Sizitsi. The party confided that they were searching for a relic of the Undying Gods, or not of the Undying Gods, of the Uninvited Gods. And this seemed to prompt the Yuan-Ti witch woman to reveal the nature of the curse on the wood, that her people have been here in a state of sort of perpetual undeath since the days immediately following the Dionic War, due to a quote-unquote blessing bestowed upon them by the goddess Dea to save them from being persecuted for their crimes against Dion in those same wars. Though Sizitsi admits that they have long outstayed their welcome on this world, she is determined to do anything possible to save her race from extinction by attempting to end the blessing prematurely. Meanwhile, the group learned a bit about the people in question, sniffing out a couple stories of those sick and injured being in constant, incurable pain, and even a play-yard rumor of this snake eater snatching children from the edge of town. Maraway handed over his books on plane shifting for Zizitsi's closest advisors to research in hopes that they might all find a way to use interplanar transference to remove the curse from this world without allowing it to spread any further. As we begin today, at the makeshift camp that Benji, Nomi, and the choir missionaries and the researchers have set up, I'd like everyone to make a perception check as you are moving about the camp, setting your own tents, or cleaning the dust from your boots. Please and thanks.
Well, using prestidigitation to clean my boots.
15.
16 for Killian.
9.
I also got a 9.
We're over in the corner talking about biscuits. We're not paying attention to anything else.
Clearly. Okay, Ados and Killian. What are you doing to set up camp for the night? You realize your companions aren't quite comfortable taking the Yuan-Ti up on their little hospitality that they're showing to you all. So your companions have decided to just sort of camp out in this patio area that you sort of left them in earlier. So what are you doing to sort of set up camp for the night? Between the two of you.
Just that. Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
You first.
Okay. So just that. Setting up my my meager tent next to Seraphina's yurt, where it will be, I'll just stand and watch Killian make the yurt, because I'm assuming that I finished much sooner than he does.
Yes,
and,
although
I'll ask him if he wants some help.
By this point, the many nights that Killian has had to set up this yurt against his own will, he's gotten pretty good at it. So he's like hammering in, I don't know, I'm assuming there's nails involved, hammering in stuff and like looking around at the same time, just kind of keeping an eye on everybody in the expedition group. But yeah, Eidos, you're more than able to give me a hand.
And yeah, I'll go over and do just that. Hold whatever tools he needs to be held.
I like to think at this point with the Yurt erection, sorry, I just used the word erection. I immediately hated it.
Let me make my title section of my notes real fast.
But that is what is happening, so I'm going to stand by it. As you are erecting the Yurt, at this point, you have started just erecting it around Seraphina as she sits and like brushes like glitter bells, like she's like dusting between glitter bell scales on the floor of the Yurt while it gets put up around her. Like she hasn't even begun to like start unpacking. As you two are, if you want to say nailing the Yurt with your erection. You are like working on the back side of it. So you're sort of standing around the back side of like camp, like behind other people's tents too. You note that a lot of the people who you traveled here with have already turned in pretty early. You guys are kind of the last ones getting back from all your different sort of recon that you were doing during this afternoon. And since you got back, you noted that Amelia was still up sort of erecting her small tent. And it looked like Barda had already gone to bed. There's been a lantern glowing inside of her tent, just sort of flickering that you can see through the canvas. But as you two are erecting the Yurt, from the back of the tent, you can see that there's like no movement. There doesn't seem to be like any particular point where someone would be sitting and blocking the light or laying down and blocking that light. There's no like body in there. There's no person in that tent. It's what you two realize as you're erecting the Yurt.
In Barda's tent?
In Barda's tent, although there is a lit lamp inside.
And Killian, did you see Barda leave to use the head or take a walk or anything?
I can't see anything past this erect Yurt. Hold on, let me move. Oh, yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything at all. No, it's strange. And Carrie, you said that Amelia is there, though?
Yeah, you had seen Amelia setting up her tent earlier, and she's already kind of gone to bed, but you guys watched her set up her tent, crawl into her tent, presumably go to sleep.
Okay. And...
That wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, so I'll turn over to Eidos and say, well, I don't remember seeing her get into her tent, do you?
No, I wasn't really looking, though. I was too busy setting mine up. I'm assuming that she must have left while I was doing that. But should we wake up Amelia and ask her where she's going off to? She'll know her habits more than we do.
Is Benji or Nomi around?
Yeah, they have sort of just built a little campfire for the night, and they're both sitting there sharing some kind of what looks like an alcoholic beverage that you don't really know why they're drinking it, but seems to be a habit between them. So they share a drink before bed. So they're both sitting by the fire, sort of chatting about the day.
Maybe we ask Benji or Nomi if they've seen Barda before we bother Amelia too much.
Benji's going to ask us questions because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. But maybe we can stave off that meeting long enough to find Barda. Yeah, let's go talk to him. Surely he saw something. It's his job to keep track of us, after all.
So yeah, we'll put the finishing touches on the Yurt and then head on over.
Seraphina, you certainly heard this conversation if you want to do anything about it. Otherwise, you're welcome to keep dusting the scales of your little dragon.
No, I'm gonna stay here and polish. We gotta do a wax coat tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is much more important.
so shiny tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, you two can approach Benji and Nomi, who are sitting by the fire. It would appear one of the researchers is like sitting outside his tent, sort of reading through a book. The others seem to have gone to bed. But yeah, you can approach these two pretty easily. Bula, Marwe, where are you, just for all of our benefit?
If we're kind of heading towards bed, then, we've got our little tent that she makes sure that he's completely covered and she kind of stays in the doorway of. I guess we're just, we were not paying attention, so we're like
talking about biscuits.
Talking about biscuits and playing tic-tac-toe in the dirt.
All right. So they're a good 7 to 10 feet away from where you guys are. But you guys can go ahead and approach. Benji and Nomi offer you up what looks like to be a wineskin.
Kaelin will grab it. Not really sure this will do anything, but yeah, I'll take a few swigs out of it just out of habit.
Yeah, usually we'd take it just to help us sleep in the wood, but never seem to really do the trick. Maybe it's all in the head.
So you guys have been keeping an eye on the camp, right? All the people, expeditioners.
Yeah, there was a couple hours earlier we went and talked to some of the locals, but otherwise, yeah, we've all just kind of been here. Why, what's happening?
Well, Eidos and I couldn't help but notice particular lack of movement in Barda's tent. And doesn't seem to be any disturbances of the light that's in there. We just wanted to know if you had seen her go into the tent at all today or tonight.
They both kind of look over and look at each other, and she's like, how long we been sitting here? And Nomi's like, well, we've been here, I don't know, maybe 3 hours since we put our tents up and sat down. We've been here pretty much most of the night. And Benji's like, you know what? Actually, yeah, I saw her. She set up her tent. Well, Amelia set up her tent, and she grabbed a bag of her stuff, and she took off. I thought maybe she was going to look for some refugees, some locals to talk to. I didn't ask her where she was going, though. Sorry.
She set off in the direction of the town, the Coil?
Yeah, she went off into the town. She just kind of went down this road, and I saw her sort of veer right where it loops in toward the center. Kind of hard to give directions here. It's not like they have street names. Yeah, she took off roughly east.
Surely she's just proselytizing, but maybe we should check up on her, make sure she didn't get into trouble or is causing trouble. I don't really trust her, to be honest.
Blame you one bit there. She is what seems to be a squirrely type of woman. So, do you think we should send someone out looking for her? Or should we be worried? If she's not come back by a certain time, should I wake y'all up?
Well, I at least plan to go look for her, just to make sure she's not getting into any trouble. We are here on this foreign territory, and, there's been quite a few rumors about this place just from speaking with the townsfolk, so want to make sure everyone in the expedition's safe, even Barda.
Nomi says, yeah, we heard a couple rumors since we got here. One that just has my ear itching, that y'all are here looking for something.
There's no time. We have to find Barda and make sure that she's safe. We're not ruining this expedition. I don't trust her.
All right. Keep your secrets for now.
Wasn't it you who said safety first, Nomi?
All right. Keep your secrets for now. And she's like, if we're going to be real friends, you're going to tell us eventually, Mr. Eidos.
Of course, I would love nothing more than to tell you, but my sense of duty is beckon me toward Barda's trail.
I've never seen him so dutiful.
Stand up straighter, look off into the distance, 45 degrees.
They both shake their heads. Okay, well, we'll wait up for y'all to come back so that we know everybody's accounted for. If you can, bring her back with you so that we can all sleep a little easier. And do you need anybody to go with you? You're going to take any of your crew? Do you want one of us to go with you?
Well, Ados, do you think maybe sidebar? Let's go over with
Sure.
Ados.
Sure.
Do you think maybe we should take Benji with us, seeing how he's pretty good at tracking? Oh.
He knows the area more than any of us do.
Well, I don't think he knows this area, but I'm sure he'd be able to track some footprints or something of that nature, seeing how he's a ranger type.
Yeah. What if she veers hard left at the city limits? You never know where we'll end up.
Oh, I'm gonna DM interrupt you. Nomi is the ranger. Benji is a druid.
My mistake.
Ooh.
He's still useful in a way. So you're welcome to continue. I just don't want
Actually,
to go off
Killian? Actually, it's Nomi who's a ranger.
Actually.
My apologies. Oh my goodness.
Are you even paying attention? Come on, man. Yeah, maybe we should get Nomi to come with us since she is the ranger, and yeah, she'll be better at this than the rest of us, and we'll take everybody else too because I'm not strong enough by myself.
Well, I mean, we're just tracking her down. If hopefully there's nothing nefarious afoot. Seems like everyone in town's pretty hospitable for the most part, outside of all the rumors outside of town.
I completely agree. I think that we are the ones who brought the inhospitality, however you would say it, in the form of Barda. She's up to something not good. She's looking for something. I know that for sure. I'm afraid that if she finds it and wants to take it, then we'll have a bigger problem on our hands. Maybe our hospitality will run out. I don't want to make any mistakes while we're stuck in here for fear of being stuck in here for 1,672 more years than these people.
I agree.
The math.
I carry the one.
Yeah, let's see if Nomi's willing to go with us. Nomi?
And break.
So Nomi.
Mr. Killian.
If Barda has gone missing, I think we could use your ranger skills, because you are indeed a ranger, and you could help us track them down.
Yeah, I can do just that. I guess I'll come give you a hand. I'm a little bit more useful in a little bit of a more wooded territory, but this city's close enough. I can find some marks in the dirt path or whatnot. Let's go. She stands up and brushes herself out. She said, "Do you want to take anybody but us three?
Oh, let's bring the others.
Do you want to let the others know at least?"
Right? Yeah, I'll go to the yurt and let Serafina know we're headed out.
Yeah, I'll let Bula and Maraway know.
I'll say you all have had time for a short rest in the time you've set up your tents and sort of sat down and dreamed about snacking.
When am I ever going to be able to eat again?
Serafina opens her yurt and she's still getting ready for bed. She emerges with like an LED mask, like this really creepy.
Ados definitely jumps at that. Oh God. We're leaving. Sorry to interrupt your nighttime routine. I know you still have about an hour to go, maybe. Do you want to stay here and finish that up, or do you want to come on an adventure with us?
I'll just do this on the way. And she just like keeps her mask on and she grabs Glitterbell, and Glitterbell's very shiny tonight.
Oh, new polish job. She looks very refined.
She shimmies. Okay, Nomi, you want me to wake up? I mean, Bula and Maraway are sitting over there. Do you want me to holler at them that we're going?
I'll go get them, and I'll saunter on over. Bula, Maraway, Barda's up to something. She is not in her tent. Let's go find her.
What'd you go looking for her in her tent for?
I just happened to look over there and saw that there was no movement in the tent.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay.
keeping an eye on everybody in the party, in the expedition. So she happens to be one of those people.
Bula just kind of laughs and smacks Killian on the back harder than she thinks she does. She's like, I'm just messing with you. I
Dylan
know
gets,
she's
like-
probably up to something.
Billy gets knocked like 3 steps forward. Oh. Yes. But yeah, let's before she gets into any sort of mischief, probably best to rein her in.
Yeah, we're definitely coming with you.
Nomi says, "All right, well, let's head on out then." And you see her sort of walk over to Nomi's tent and just sort of like stand with her hands on her hips and sort of kick at the dirt in a couple places and looks down the road in the way they said she took off. And she goes, "All right, well, I'm gonna do this pretty much the same way y'all would. There's pretty clear footprints right here in this dirt path, so let's go." Just takes off leading you down the road.
If it's all the same to everyone, perhaps someone should stay behind to help protect Benji.
Are you saying that where Benji can hear you?
Yeah.
Totally.
Benji
And
says,
Bula-
"That's awfully sweet, Mr. Marway. You're welcome to stay and keep me company."
Why don't I send Eden and Siege with you? They're much better in the fight anyway.
Are they as good a conversationalist as you are?
Not particularly. One of them just likes to fight and the other one just likes to eat her scritches.
Yeah, they can have them. I'll keep you here.
And Bula, with no sense of romance at all, she says, he's coming with us. We need him. I'm keeping him in my eye shot. I'm not leaving him in this crazy place. she's like corralling him as she just ticks it off. She's not paying attention to the flirting level at all.
Okay.
Benji just kind of looks awkward.
Oh man.
But you know,
Nomi
what
sa-
if she decides to circle back and then Benji is just left here all by himself? If she's up to something, luring everyone away from the camp is probably what I would do.
Oh, Mario, it's okay. The rest of the expedition is here. The researchers and Amelia and all sorts of people.
Well, I guess the logic cannot be argued with. And I guess Siege and Eden can stay here to protect him, I guess.
He says, "Brad, it's like you're leaving a little piece of yourself behind. No, we'll hang out. I'll hang out with these little guys. Don't you worry about me, Mr. Marway. I got this." He kind of takes a drink of his wine and leans back, and is Siege there now?
Yes.
He's scritching Siege behind the ear. And Siege's little foot starts pattering on the floor. Okay. You all take off?
Oh,
Nomi
yeah.
sort of leads the way. All right. You take off, everybody. I'm going to roll for Nomi, too. Everybody go ahead and roll, what's it gonna be? You can roll nature or investigation or survival to sort of track which direction she goes when she sort of veered off the road where Nomi and Benji lost sight of her.
Ooh.
Okay, you said nature.
Oh, really? Nice.
Nice.
Are you
Nature or investigation or survival.
Or survival.
We got-
Okay.
22.
We got 3 natties.
3
Three
naturals.
natties?
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
Your
wild.
lights?
Well, I
Oh.
was just celebrating yours.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I was like, what are the
That's
odds?
not good.
I was trying to celebrate.
Now
You
gotta
can't
come
throw
on
up
in.
nat 20 hands willy-nilly.
Poser.
Sorry. I was just excited.
She's just contact
I-
that from
2
her.
nat 20s and an artificially enhanced 22.
Ooh.
All right, 2 natties and a natty light. Very nice. Okay, yeah, easy peasy. What I really need to know now is by the time you track her down, which I'll tell you where she is in a moment, are you going to try and sneak up on her to watch her, or are you just gonna like, "Hey, Barda"?
I'm definitely sneaking up on her. That's my vote.
Yeah, I want to see what she's trying to get into.
I cannot cast Pass Without Trace Just so we're all aware, because if I do, it will take Siege away from protecting Benji. And that's not something we're always gonna do.
We don't need it.
That's what
Probably.
you think.
Yeah, now that I said that, it's gonna be bad. Yeah, I got
I
nothing.
don't know that.
I
can't
already
even
spent my one nat
As
20
she
of the
giggles.
session.
Okay, so if we're going in a little bit stealthy, the way her trail leads you, you're able to just pretty easily, like, frankly, just like ask around. There's people like closing up their doors for the night, sort of sweeping dust out of their huts and things. You're able to just kind of like ask, hey, have you seen a random halfling woman with crazy robes go blustering by rudely earlier? And some people are like, oh yeah, she went that way. It's pretty clear who the outsiders in this town are, and it's easy to track someone down here. Between that and Nomi rolled pretty well. Nomi rolled over a 20 dirtily. You're able to track her well into like the center of the city toward Zitzi's tower. And you come upon her. I'm going to have everybody roll a stealth check, please.
All right.
Seraphina has a 12.
14.
14. We are just
My twin
twinsies
all day
tonight.
today.
All day.
Cute. I got a 12.
Killing at 25.
And Nomi got a 17. Okay, that's plenty. It's plenty because she seems to be pretty focused on what she's doing. You track her down and you finally spot her sort of moving in between houses and sort of staying off of the open road, like the open streetway or like walkway kind of thing that they've set up here. She's sort of like walking through feasibly like people's yards almost, but constantly in sight of Suzitzi's tower. And she's taking notes pretty diligently, as seems to be as she sees people coming and going from the tower, or guardsmen or people walking, Yuan-Ti moving around. With those rolls, you can watch her long enough that you see her even like stop and like count windows in the building, count archways. It's a lot of the floors are like sort of open air. You can see her kind of like count, write that down, count, write that down, like details about the tower. And you can watch her do this with those rolls for like a good 20 minutes, to the point where she's like circled the outside of the tower twice. And you guys have hung back by a block or two, just sort of watching her do this. Eventually she seems kind of satisfied and pulls her hood back up over her face and pockets her notebook and turns to head back toward presumably camp.
Quick, huddle. Do we want to get her, or we want to get her back at camp?
He's like, I ain't never seen anyone more suspicious, and if people think we brought her here and she gets caught doing shit like that, they're not gonna be happy with any of us.
That's what I'm saying. It's a good way to overstay a welcome in this town.
But does it do us any good to let her know that we're onto her?
Should we keep watching her?
What are we gonna
no.
arrest her?
Yeah.
Define get her.
Well,
That's what
Rope
I'm
Master over here probably has a good idea. Yeah. Seems like Bart is enjoying a little too much freedom of movement. If you catch my drift, it's ropes.
Seraphina's very excited, and she has her rope out, and she's still wearing her creepy mask.
Oh God.
Can't interrupt her routine.
So the question is, do we want to rope her now, or let her get it more comfortable, see where she goes, and rope her later?
I mean, I'd be interested to see if she just heads back to camp after taking all these notes.
Yeah, but what about tomorrow?
Well, I mean, clearly she's doing something suspicious, but as of right now, she's just taking notes. I'd be interested to see what's in that notebook.
Maybe she tries to make a call. Does anybody know if she has a sending stone or something like that? But regardless, I think maybe we should keep a watch on her, see what she's doing with all this information. no use spooking her now, so to speak. What say you?
Nomi says, I think y'all know a whole lot more than I do, and it's pretty obvious by this point that we're all aware that you all know more than I do, so I'm gonna let y'all take the lead on this decision.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody...
You are not a very good liar.
Oh, Nobi, safety first. You said that before we left. Okay, so that's 2 votes for waiting. Or actually, it was just kind of 1. I'll be honest, I took that vote.
You're just assuming that you get my vote, huh?
Yeah, I did. I think that I just learned a little bit about myself with that moment there. I'll think about it later. But so 1 vote for waiting. Anybody else?
I vote to play it a little bit more cautiously. You know, her whole reason for being out here is quite suspicious. And quite honestly, I will kind of want to see how it plays out.
Just never added up. Marley?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, we could always try and borrow the notebook and see what exactly she's writing.
I like the way you think, Marley.
We could try to sneak into her tent tonight and grab the notebook.
Well, it sounds like, at the very least, we're not going to rope her back at camp. Not immediately, anyway. Right?
Yeah, I think roping one of our expedition members in this foreign town on the first night that we get here might not set the best impression. Maybe night number
Seraphina,
2.
Well... Go ahead.
Seraphina disappointingly puts her rope back into her bag. But you can't tell because she's still wearing her mask.
But yes, it won't make the best impression, but I believe arresting one of our own will make a better impression than her being discovered as a spy from our group. So definitely, let's keep an eye on her. Maybe we'll take turns tonight, maybe watching her, make sure she doesn't slip out the end or make a call, something like that. Get that notebook, maybe, if we have an opportunity. Let's go see.
Is she still out and about? She hasn't made it back to the camp yet, yes?
During this conversation, unless you guys say that you've been talking and following her, which would be a little bit riskier to be caught, you've lost sight of her, but she seemed to be heading back the same way she came, toward camp. But you lost sight of her about 2 minutes ago as she quite casually walked back toward camp.
How far from camp are we?
If you were to cut through yards, this whole city is built in a big spiral, essentially. So if you were to cut through yards, you're 2 miles away. If you go the way you came, you're 3.5 miles away. Not far. It's not a big settlement.
And you said she was just kind of walking back casually? Does that mean just kind of like...
Yeah, like
not,
following the spiral.
Yeah, not like cutting through alleys or anything like that?
Correct, yeah. She is
last
walking...
we saw.
Yeah, she's not being stealthy at this point, like she was before. So are you going the spirally route, or are you going to try and get back faster before her?
I say we stay behind her so we don't get caught.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should split up.
Oh, what if she gets there and she notices we're gone?
If we all
She's
come...
out and about. There's no rule saying that we had to stay inside camp.
That's true.
As far as you know, she was gone before... Nomi says, like, she was gone before you guys got back to camp. So she wouldn't have even known that you guys showed up there in the first place. Although all of your stuff is set up now, but I don't know that she would assume that you were trailing her. But I don't know her, so...
Oh, if she gets suspicious, we'll just say we were out on one of our group meditation exercises.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So I want to follow behind her, personally.
Sneakily follow?
I'm just going to walk casually in the city.
You're far enough behind her, you don't necessarily have to be sneaky to not be seen unless she were to stop and spot you. And there's not really... There's corners in that the road is curved, so there's you won't be seen unless she stops in time for you to come around the curve.
Yeah. If I see she's stopped down at a turtle tomato stand or something, then I'll stop walking. But yeah, we're just on public streets.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you just kind of follow at the pace that she was going.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Let me roll a couple things. Okay. Yeah, you follow behind. She doesn't seem to have stopped anywhere. Nomi is checking tracks every now and then and confirming that she's still going the same direction, and you do indeed just make it back to camp. And you can see at this point, the shadow of her is sitting inside her tent.
Would
Seems
we
to
have
be
seen
like
her
bent
before
over,
she
sort
goes
of writing.
into her tent?
By the time you get there, no, she has already gone in her tent, and yeah. And you're not far behind her, you can tell, but it seems she would have pretty much beelined straight to her own tent.
And the shadow, is the shadow going like this?
Yeah, the shadow is actually talking on like an old-timey, like big stand phone.
Guys, I think she's
And
using
like
doing
the stuff.
doing Morse, and she's sending Morse code at the same time. Beep, 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 beep.
Guys, I think she's communicating.
But you don't know what either of those things are, so.
There's a fax machine in the corner with just ribbons of paper coming out of it.
It's the dial-up connection sound is coming.
Yes.
You hear the aim, ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding.
You've got mail.
Hey, I am. Yeah, all
The
of
door
that is
open
happening.
sounds.
You can
How
see
is
she has a
her-
secretary answering calls. We're at a
How
Cromwell's
is her
office.
tent like closed? Is it like tied closed, or are the flaps kind of,
It's a big canvas tent,
Wow.
and it has multiple ties, like bows that she would have tied from the inside that go up the open front. It's like a typical, like what you would picture as like the T-top, like longer tent. It's bigger than Amelia's. Like she could stand in there. She's a halfling. She could stand in there. You guys maybe not so much, but T-top has just the slit down the front, and it's tied with bows, so it's not like super secure by any means. That you can tell.
I want to do something
Oh.
really risky.
What were you thinking?
If we're gonna break in and get that notebook, if one of y'all could go like get her to open the tent, I can hex her perception.
What
I
does that
can
mean?
also
So she'll have
send.
disadvantage.
I could also send Glitterbell in there, and have her be
Isn't
invisible.
Glitterbell, like the size of a large dog?
Glitterbell is the
Isn't
size of
she
a large dog.
Is she smaller than us? Am I
Yes,
larger
technically.
than a dog?
You are large. She is smaller than you as people, yeah. But not by
that
a
way
ton.
We could send Eden in. Because she is like a small cat that can fly.
Seraphina's offended for Glitterbell.
Glitterbell does not know the concept of body shame. Glitterbell's not mad. She kind of stands up a little taller, looking pretty proud. I'm big. I'm big dog.
Well, I can knock on her door, so to speak, and talk to her if you want a distraction, but yeah.
It might just be easier to just pass without trace right outside the tent, so whoever goes in gets a +10.
It is a small enough tent. It would be extremely hard to just open the tent flap without being noticed, especially with her sitting up awake. Once she's asleep, different story. But just the motion of opening the tent flap, unless you have a way of bypassing getting inside the tent. Just want to warn you there.
I have a Misty Step.
Gotta be able to see in the tent, right?
Yeah,
You
Misty
wouldn't
Step, you have to be able to
get
see
out
her.
without being
target
seen,
place.
though, because you have to do a verbal component.
Uh-huh.
Unless you have subtle spell. Or, oh no.
Who knew the
Glitterbell?
most difficult heist would just be in a tent?
Honestly, yeah, this is more
we
difficult
robbed
than...
vaults, castles, the hells. This is a tent.
Okay. If one of our familiars goes up to the tent, they can like peek inside the tent and Misty Step inside.
How are you getting out, though?
unsummon. I don't know.
I mean, if
Ready, poof.
if anything, I can try and sneak in. I'm pretty.
Are you
Stealthy.
larger than a dog? No.
Well, at nighttime when she's
Sneaking
sleeping,
on Casimir.
I'm sneaking on top of my horse. So we're just gonna go in.
Well, it's not. She's obviously still up and awake. We can try to draw her away from her tent and somebody sneak in.
Okay. I can distract her.
You can ask for some religious lessons or something.
So are we gonna go on ahead and take her book this early, or are we gonna give her a little bit of time to write more stuff?
Because it might just be a list with the
Right?
Yeah.
This supposedly is the first night that she's been out tootling about and hunting around, and
Yeah.
what if we give her some time to reflect on what she wrote in her book, and maybe she'll write some ponderings about them.
Yeah.
That might be a little more useful.
I agree with you, Bula. I think maybe we wait another day, maybe see what she gets up to during the day tomorrow. And I'm sure she's going to take more notes, maybe flesh out things a little bit more, and then we can, make our move.
And besides, she'll be less on edge than right after she was sneaking around.
I think this is the safer route to take. Yeah. Okay, so maybe we just set up a watch for Barda, make sure she doesn't get up to anything during the night, and just keep a good eye on her tomorrow. Make sure she doesn't leave our sight.
That sounds like a good idea.
Nomi says, I got a thing I can do, but I have to be able to look at her. Do you guys mind if I just go over and check in on her and tell her goodnight, just so I can put eyes on her?
Sure.
That's certainly, I guess that would be a normal thing to do.
All right, you guys go somewhere and look casual.
Marwa
Yes.
immediately goes to the campfire to sit next to Benji.
Benji passes you his tea, he's made a little pot of tea. He passes you a little cup of tea. You see Nomi go over and sort of like at the tent say, Miss Barda, we noticed you came back, just making sure you're all right and turning in for the night, so we're not, waiting for someone to get back when we're head counting. And you see the sort of bottom 3 bits of the tent fly strings untie, and Barda pokes her head through and, yes, I am fine. Thank you. I am here. I am in for the night. You do not have to worry about me. Good night. And everybody roll insight if you're trying to figure out what our girl's up to.
Seraphia's got a 5.
Yeah, 7.
I got a natural 1.
It's gonna be a deliciously modified 25.
There you go.
All right. Beautifully, deliciously modified. Marway, you would recognize she's using Hunter's Mark. And she has this. You would know this spell. It gives her the ability to make sure that she can kind of track this creature, and she sort of marks her as her prey, her quarry, so that she can track her down over the next 24 hours. So she says, I'll pull an all-nighter since we're here. I can nap during the day tomorrow, and I'll keep tabs on her. If you guys want to sleep, you can. If you want to join me in a rotation watch, that's fine too. But it's just one less thing we have to worry about, because I'll know where she is for the next day or so, as long as I'm awake.
Wonderful. That's immensely helpful. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I was mistaken. It is only for 1 hour, but at least we'll know that she's going to bed, and I'll do it again in the morning when she wakes.
Oh. Okay. Well, then we want to set up watch.
My bad.
That was the most disappointed sound I've ever heard in my life.
I thought we were all gonna get just a solid night of sleep tonight, but it's fine. It's fine.
You
We're
still
traveling.
can. I'm still willing to stay up and stay on watch.
No.
I can sleep tomorrow, and you guys have things to do. As long as you don't need me in the morning, then then I'll go to bed whenever you guys are ready to take over at sunrise. I'm feeling pretty good. Today was pretty restful.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if you say so. Don't mind if I do. Well, and he'll do like an exaggerated stretch thing. I guess maybe it's bed ways is right ways. Busy day tomorrow. And he will turn around and walk away.
Seraphina will also grab the letter bell and head back to her yurt.
Bula's kind of looking over at the fire where Marway and Benji are, and she's looking at the tent, and she's looking back at Marway. Looking at the tent. She just goes and kind of sits in front of their tent and kind of like, well, I guess I'm just gonna wait until he goes to bed before I can get some sleep.
As Bula's looking at you guys, Marway, Benji leans in and says, so, are you gonna tell me what's going on, or am I just gonna sit here with my thumb up my ass like useless lump on a log?
Why would you put your thumb there? That's a very unusual place to put a thumb.
I'm sorry, it's a turn of phrase where I'm from. I'm sorry, you're right, that is a very unusual turn of phrase. I'm not gonna do that. That was what they call an idiom.
I think
but I do feel
Seraphina told me
relatively
that
useless.
before, but...
You should try it sometime. Anyway, what do we want to... What's going on? What do I need to know anything in particular? I'm trusting y'all to not be putting us all in danger here.
Well, there is a great deal about the end of the world, and probably a little bit about an evil emperor trying to take over the planet with a bunch of relics or something, but I don't really know how we all fit into it.
Okay, I have more questions than when you started talking, so
do I.
It's a little late. I think it's probably a little it's probably a little late to get into it all. But I'm gonna hold you to the promise that you're gonna tell me eventually what we're here for.
Marley's gonna lift his pinky up.
Now, this is sacred where I come from. I hope you take it as seriously as I do.
Of course. The Fae cannot tell lies. We cannot break promise.
All right, I'm not gonna use that against you, so I won't ask you any more questions tonight. You go to bed. I'll stay up with Nomi for a bit, and then I'll hit the hay too, so that I can take over for her if she needs it.
Oh, okay. Guess I'll see you in the morning then.
Good night, Mr. Marway. All right, y'all head off to bed.
Walk over, give another look back, and then walk back to the tent.
Holds up his teacup to you, finishes it off. Chats with Nomi.
Killian will head over to Nomi and Benji and just tell them, whenever you two want to take a break, just wake me up and I'll take watch.
Thank you kindly. We will if we need you. And we'll wake you up if she makes a move. Alright, you all head to bed so you can go ahead and put in your long rest. However, has anybody lost any hit points?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to keep those hit points the same after your rest. So remember what they are before that long rest and put them back in that way.
Like, are you talking about, like, if we lost any at all in the woods?
If you've lost any since this day.
Did we have a long rest after we fought the mushrooms?
I think so.
Yes, I think you did.
Did we?
We did.
Did we?
Well, we
I
did.
think-
We also just
I'll
had a short rest too.
Yeah, the short
I don't
rest, you can let your hit points heal. Go ahead and heal up your hit points.
Well, I was just... Okay, because the only time I lost them was when we were fighting with the mushrooms.
Yeah, you're okay. Then go ahead and let it heal.
Doing it before you change your mind.
I'm a benevolent DM.
We've had like 5 long rests since then.
I thought so, but I apparently did not update that, which was stupid.
And I need Maraway to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Is this magic?
It is.
$23.
Okay. You sleep well.
That's
As well as Maraway sleeps.
okay.
Thanks,
As well as you
Nick.
normally sleep.
I've never heard those words before.
Sleep well? Sleep is supposed to be fun and good? Crazy.
People enjoy.
Okay. Let me go ahead and roll for our friends, keeping watch. Okay. I will let you know, Nomi rolled very well and Benji did not for his part of the watch. However, they don't feel that they need to necessarily sleep. So you guys sleep through the night and wake up the next morning refreshed, ready for the day. Not hungry, to Bula's great disappointment.
I just need some fried chicken, you guys.
Well, when we get back, we're gonna have a big feast.
The biggest feast with all the things. And it's going to have breakfast food and lunch food and dinner food all together.
Nomi's saying, I'm gonna eat 4 plates of chicken and waffles. Maybe 5 when we get back. Yeah.
I'm going to eat enough biscuits to choke a horse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, butter those biscuits right up. Sounds great. I'm gonna go to bed. We didn't notice her move all night. We kept our eyes on her. Benji took a watch at one point, and then I got up before the sun rose and kept eyes again. But we haven't seen her move. We think she's still in there.
Well, thank you for keeping watch on her. We'll take over from here. You two get some rest while you can. What do you want us to have the expedition do while you guys are sleeping?
Well, I think as long as the researchers agree to stay within the city, within the settlement, these people haven't really shown any particular aggression or willingness to hurt us, so I feel safe enough letting them make their own judgment call about going and doing their research as they need, as long as they stay close and check in maybe at lunchtime. If you don't mind telling them to please do that, would be appreciative. For the missionaries, I don't know if you want to give Barda a long leash, so that you can see what she's going to get up to. You're welcome to. Otherwise, you can give her maybe the same instruction if they want to go out and do their missionary work. Come back and check in at lunchtime. That's the basic, the usual, I guess, practice that we should be doing in a situation like this is frequent check-ins, but they came here to research, let's let them.
All right, fair enough.
You guys do what you need to. We're gonna go to bed, but if you think you won't be able to do a lunch check-in, just slide us a note under the tent flap, and that way we don't worry about you when we wake up.
Will do. I personally don't think that we should give those the missionaries any freedom. Or maybe if we do give them freedom, we should give them a tail as well. That or have them come with us. I don't want to let them out of our sight.
Well, maybe we ask them to see what they're planning on doing in this place. If they're just here to spread the good news or whatever their ideas are.
And what do you think if we maybe find their answer unsatisfactory, we invite them to come with us on the pretense of looking for signs of established religion in the city or some garbage like that? Just
Well, I
anything
mean,
to get them...
I'm pretty sure they have some allegiance to Dea, at the very least here. So I'm interested to see what they plan on coming up with today.
Right. Let's go ask.
Yeah, well, let us ask them.
Yeah, I suppose so. Anados will make his way over to Barda's tent. Is she rustling?
I'm gonna go with you.
She is rustling, moving about in there. Amelia has already gotten up and is sitting by the campfire, or the cinders of the campfire from the night before, but Barda is waking up.
I'd much rather talk to Amelia. I'll go over to her and say, Amelia, good to see you.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
What are your plans for today, you and your master?
Well, I mean, we came here to help refugees, presumably what we do. So we'll probably go out and do that, I would assume. But Barda hasn't quite risen yet, so I can't guarantee that's what we'll do. But I assume as much. It's what we're here for.
Has she not told you how you would help the refugees here? In this very established city where there's no hunger?
I mean, we did some rounds yesterday talking to the locals. There does appear to be a fair amount of people here who are sick or injured, who appear to have been in that state for quite a while. So I hope to go and try to see if any of our healing might benefit them, or even just if we can find something that would make them comfortable. I brought a few medicinal herbs and things that perhaps could help them sleep or do something to make their time a little bit less painful. That's what I mean. They don't seem to be hungry. Usually feeding the hungry, soup kitchens is what we do. That doesn't seem to be an issue here. So I think tending to the ill and the wounded are going to be our first priority.
Well, that is fairly noble and charitable, we'll say, as he turns his head to slowly look at the others, not knowing what to do.
Well, if you are looking to help the wounded here, we actually ran into someone from the Middle Continent, Lena Mirna. His name is Tristan. He's in the tower, and we went with him to one of the homes of these ill individuals, and it seems as though he's been trying to tackle this problem for quite a long time. So maybe if you were all able to put your heads together, maybe you can come to a solution that can help these people.
Okay. We will seek him out, yes. I mean, we need someone who knows the locals, but who speaks our language and can point us where we're most needed. Absolutely. Thank you for that contact. You said he could be found at the tower?
Yes, and he is a human amongst all of these Yuan-Ti here, so definitely speaks common tongue.
Excellent. Thank you. That's very helpful. I feel like maybe I can contribute something today, which is not something I get to feel in this profession very often, so I appreciate that. What are you all going to get up to today?
Well, that is a great question. We actually haven't quite decided just yet. We just kind of took over for Benji and Nomi as they get a little bit of rest. So we're just gonna, after we checked in with you guys, we're going to speak with all of the rest of the expedition and kind of, give them Benji and Nomi's instruction on what they asked of us to tell them. And then I'm not quite sure. There's maybe look into these those mushroom creatures that we ran into a few days past. Seems to be quite prolific through the forest here. Those mushrooms. Maybe we'll look into that.
Well, good. This is all quite strange. This is not what I expected to find, or even how far I expected to get on this expedition. So I'm glad that you all are going to try and answer some of these burning questions that I have to admit are rolling around in my own head, though I try to remain focused on the mission. Will you let me know if you are able to find anything to help these people?
Absolutely, of course. And Killian's going to be, he wants to wait until, Barda comes out. So he'll just kind of make small talk with Amelia until then.
Okay. Yeah, so 8 or so minutes pass. It sounds like when you guys were passing Barda's tent, she was already up and sounded like packing up her stuff, rolling up her sleeping bag, cleaning things. And she comes out after about 8 minutes, brushes the wrinkles out of her long robes and adjusts her hood. And Amelia rolls her eyes at you and then turns with a big old bright smile. Barda, good morning. Hello, how are you? Amelia? We have much to do today. The city needs our assistance. Are you prepared? Do you have your medical kit and all of your herbs? Yes, I've done my inventory 3 times. And she says, good, here's mine. And she passes her bag over and says, Sir Killian, is there anything you need of me before we take off into the city?
When Berta comes out, Killian just wants to kind of look her over. Is she wearing any kind of like jewelry, any like necklace, rings, or anything like that on her person?
She's wearing a big amulet that says "I am evil." I'm just kidding.
Interesting design.
Family heirloom?
No, I mean, she's wearing a hood that you had seen her last night take off to sort, because it almost goes like down over her eyebrows, the sort of scarf that wraps around her forehead, and then the hood goes over that, and it wraps pretty closely around her chin as well. So there's no sort of amulet or anything that you see here. You note that her robes are very, very plain, in shades of like gray and white. Little silver like piping on the edges that Amelia's doesn't have, but other than that, there's no particular adornment, except for a embroidered patch that they both have on their shoulder, just marking them as the choir. It's sort of how you figured out who they were in the first place.
Okay.
Or what organization they were with.
Um,
But it doesn't seem to be any like metal accoutrement, if that's what you're looking for.
okay. But she has like an herbal kit of some kind, medicinal kit of some kind that she handed over to Amelia.
She asked. Well, yeah, she has her own that she asked Amelia to check her own inventory, and then she handed her own bag over to Amelia. It's sort of just their big travel satchel.
Okay.
And now Amelia is pack horsing with 2 separate crossbody large bags of like medical kits, and their traveling bags.
What I will say to Barta is, well, I was just telling Amelia here not too long ago that since you guys are here to help some of these unfortunate people, there's actually a human in this settlement. His name is Tristan. He's in the tower, and we were with him yesterday as he was trying to perform some healing on some of the individuals here. So if you are looking for someone on the inside to help you out, to communicate with the people, someone that they trust, Tristan is the man to reach out to.
Roll insight as you watch her face, giving her this advice.
Is that for everyone?
Sure, if you're watching this conversation and you're close enough to hear, yeah.
All right, good, because I rolled 5.
12.
9.
13. So
Giving
far, that's
us
the highest.
3.
Oh god, mine is the highest.
So the highest there was Eidos with the 13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. To Killian at everyone except Eidos, she looks annoyed, possibly like that she didn't have this name first, that she didn't figure out that contact first, and she just doesn't like hearing it from someone else or someone giving her advice on how to do her job. However, Eidos, you also see a bit of excitement flash in her eyes at he's in the tower. And she says, well, that is a useful person for us to know here indeed, if that is the case. Amelia, I am a bit disappointed in you for not telling me this sooner. And Amelia's like, he just told me. And she's like, I don't want to hear it. Excuses make for an unhumble servant of the Lord's. We shall go to the tower and we shall find this Tristan and we shall help those in need. Thank you for your
Well,
time.
if you're going to perform medicine on people, why don't I accompany you and I can introduce you?
Sure. Of course. We can always use, I fear, and please don't take this as prejudice. You seem perhaps that the type of medicine you practice is not quite what they teach in the chapels. Am I wrong?
Well, I don't know. I've never been taught in the chapels. But healing the body and
Clearly.
healing the soul are one and the same no matter where you learn how to do it, no?
Well, as they say, it takes all types. So, of course, yes, if you must come, if you insist on coming, and helping us heal those in need, you are welcome to join us.
Well, then I shall do that. Besides, I wouldn't want you to not be humble and accept all aid that you can get. That would be unbecoming, would it not?
Would be most unbecoming of a servant of Dion. Shall we? Amelia? Takes off. Amelia gives you like a hoof and shoulders the bags a little better. Takes off after her.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them.
Okay. We love splitting the party. What are the rest of you gonna do?
All right, so we have our man on the inside.
You're
I
Okay,
think
Bula?
Bula's gonna kind of ask him, just like, she's gonna kind of look at him and be like, do you want me to come and help and watch and I mean, I can hold the bags, I guess. I'm not great at medicine.
It's up to you. I mean, if you want to come, I would never say no to you, Bula. And then I'm going to message, just to see what Bula thinks the rest of the group needs. Because there are times where we have to put the needs of the many above the needs of the few.
Oh, but she has such trouble with that. Well, I suppose if y'all are just going to the tower, there's enough people around. I just don't like leaving you alone in a place like this, where anything could happen.
I'm sure things will be fine. I don't suspect that they will do anything too crazy in the middle of the openness.
Plus, they're going to the most guarded location in the city. I'm sure that they'll be fairly safe.
Well, you've got all your little critters, right?
Pretty much always with me. And I think he's gonna reach over and tap like a buckle on her armor and cast a light on it. So that'll last an hour. If this goes out, then that means I need help. Unless, of course, it's been an hour, in which case it's going to go out anyway.
She just kind of chuckles and laughs at him and tells him, all right, well, if this doesn't go well, though, well, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll be pissed. And she just kind of looks down at the light and, all right, do some help if you can. She just kind of walks slowly backwards back toward the rest of the group, like, oh, I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm gonna trust you.
Killian will just pat Bula on the back as she backs up into the group and say, well, Bula, if there's any signs of trouble, I'll let you take Casimir and rush there as quick as possible.
All right. Well, if you think old Castle Fear can get me back here in time.
It's Casimir,
okay.
but yes, he can. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So with that kind of decided, let's go tell all the other expeditioners kind of the rules that Benji and Nomi gave us, and then what do we have planned for the day? And Kara, what's it look like in terms of like the environment early in the morning here? Is it like a sunny day? Is it like overcast?
Mind you, you're underneath pretty much still. Like, this is a settlement built in woods that they have not cleared. So between massive trees, big tall canopy above you. So it is a sunny day. Through the mist of the wood, the natural sort of mist cloud cover, and through like the dapple trees above head, you almost have this like natural canopy above you. But it is a sunny and quite warm and humid day.
So Keelan will just head over to all the researchers, kind of explain the rules to everybody, that Nomi wants everyone to stay within the settlement perimeter. I don't know. And also to be back by lunch for lunchtime check-in.
Okay. Yep, they all nod in agreement. One of them you hear say, like, I do believe if all the survivors of the previous expeditions are alive, then I might be able to find Latha somewhere here in the city. So I'm going to go try that. And they all sort of take off in their separate directions with all of their sort of research instruments and books and notebooks and all these things. And they all take off. And you're relatively left in camp by yourselves. The researchers have taken off, so have the choir missionaries, as well as Maraways. Benji and Nomi, you know, are snoring loudly in their respective tents.
Do we want to go talk to Stump and see what he's all about? See what these mushroom people want?
Yeah, where did we leave?
Brittlestem.
Yeah, where's old Stump?
He was riding on the face of someone. Dayland. Yep. Where did you leave Dayland?
The last time we saw Dayland / Stump, they were standing next to Benji out, like, on the outskirts of the city. While we were hanging out with Tristan.
Yeah, so presumably they've been just hanging around the city, so you're gonna have to track them down.
Has anyone seen a gnome with mushrooms on his face?
As you go searching, let's take a quick break. So we're gonna come back in about 10-ish minutes. So come back at about 30 past the hour. So that's 9:30 Eastern time, 8:30 Central time, give or take. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back to find good old Stump Brittlestem riding around on Dayland. We'll see you all in a minute. All right, welcome back, babes. Let's do this thing. So we have split the party, sort of. Maraway has decided to follow Barda and Amelia to not follow, but go with them openly, to the Tower of Sizitzi to find Tristan, the sort of local, but not local, human who lives here and helps Sizitzi and takes care of sort of the sick and injured in the area. So they're all heading that way to do presumably some missionary work, as they said they were here to do. While the rest of the group has decided to go find Stump Brittlestem, the cluster of Stump Brittlestem mushrooms that they met before fighting off a herd of angry, hungry mushroom folk. So, I'll have each of you just sort of roll a general investigation or survival to search the city for a human man walking around with mushrooms growing out of his face.
11 investigation.
Shouldn't be that hard if you ask around.
7.
Jeez, I got 14. Not good.
Goodness, you're here, Ada.
That's what we got.
I guess.
These rolls have not been great tonight.
Ever since
okay,
that
you're saving
fateful
them.
20.
Blue with the double 20s.
Yeah. Too much
Ruined
magic spent.
everything.
Yeah, I think while Bula and Killian and Seraphina are trying to mimic Nomi's tracking skills from the day before, just digging in the dirt, smelling the grass, trying to find any shred of mushroom, Eidos probably just walks up to someone and asks, have you seen a human walking around with mushrooms on his face? And not a lot of people here speak common necessarily, but you're able to find a few people who can get by, and a few of them are like, oh, yeah, you mean that guy. Yep, he was over there looking weird, and point you in the right direction. And so, sure enough, after a good half an hour of a walk through the city, you sort of end up circumventing the city, going around to the other side. And you do find Stump Brittlestem upon Dayland's face, sitting and sort of just chatting with some of the local Yuan-Ti folk.
Do they look comfortable talking to him?
Stump Brittlestem looks like a bunch of mushrooms with eyes. Oh, you mean the
I'm
Yuan-Ti?
not the other people.
No, yeah,
the ones
other
not
people.
talking to the scary mushroom.
Why would the mushroom parasite look uncomfortable? Fair enough.
he looks fine.
Yuan-Ti.
He's having a great time.
These appear to be like some more like militant, garbed, bigger Yuan-Ti. They seem, at the very least, confused. At the very most, curious. They don't necessarily seem uncomfortable at this point. But you gather that Stump has been in this area for a bit.
Yeah, I'll walk right up and join the conversation, see what he's talking about.
Yeah, as you sort of get close enough, you feel the familiar like boar telepathy conversation style sort of seep into your mind. You know that the Yuan-Ti are speaking in their own language out loud, but that Stump the mushrooms are able to sort of telepathically communicate with the people in the area. Although sometimes Dayland seems to speak himself underneath the Stump brittle stem. And they sort of turn toward you. These are my friends. I met them out there. And then they destroyed, killed, ended many of my family.
That's not entirely accurate. We defended ourselves. We were attacked. But
True. That is what happened. You're the only ones who didn't end up like Dayland. And Dayland just goes, like me.
is that what would have happened to us if we were defeated? We would have mushrooms on our face, speaking for us.
Well, it would not have been so pleasant. They are much bigger than this patch is, so similar, much less enjoyable. And Dayland says, it really isn't so bad.
Well, take your word.
You just kind of learn to share.
Yeah, that's a lot of sharing. I commend you. Dayland, can you hear us under there? Independently of Stump?
You note that it takes a second to get a response. No! Stump is all up in my ears. And Stump says, yes, I have put roots in many parts of his body just to hold on. I don't get to move on my own, so this is quite exciting. I can kind of make him do this, and like Dayland's entire right arm and leg just like jerk, so he almost does a cartwheel but just kind of falls. Stump says, I'm sorry, we've been practicing. It's not been going well. It's not easy learning to drive a human.
Yeah, I hardly haven't figured out myself.
Dayland says, I'm actually a gnome, and Stump says, you all look the same to me.
Wow, Stump. Not cool.
I don't try to be cool. I am mushrooms.
Oh, we can tell. Okay.
What
it's
have you all been up to?
1672. Oh, we're just going around, just trying to solve mysteries and, what we always do. But we want to talk to you in particular about one of these mysteries. If you have a moment, I don't want to take you away from your friends.
Most things are mysteries to me. Can my friends hear the mystery?
Sure,
the Yuan-Ti all seem so confused. They do not speak this language whatsoever. They're just sort of watching back and forth.
Maybe they'll have answers too. I just noticed when we were talking to the other mushrooms, and I think yourself for a while, you were very transfixed on saving the woods, protecting the woods, protecting the forest, and we're hoping we're hoping to ask you more about that. What exactly you're protecting the woods from? Just all about that whole thing. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I am a many hundred cycle old cluster of young mushrooms. I love wood because it's where I lived forever. And if wood dies, I think I probably will die. So I will protect it. And luckily I'm not hungry, so I can do that. Unlike my brethren who you tore into tiny pieces and or exploded in front of me.
Hard feelings about
It's
that,
not
though.
your fault. Don't feel some kind of way about it. You can't help it. You're just simple, single-minded organisms.
Wow. Stump. Okay. 1672. That's cool. So are you just trying to protect the woods in general, or is there a certain thing you're trying to protect them from?
Myself, anything that might catch the wood on fire doesn't seem good. But I've
Okay.
never really had much of an opportunity to see what else is in the wood. Besides
so
people like yourselves and Dayland here, who come in and then my kinfolk like to try and eat them. So that doesn't usually go well.
yeah, as we saw, yeah. Okay, so this isn't sort of the prophecy foretells a dark beast upon the horizon coming to destroy the woods. It's more just you're being friendly to your home.
No, we don't have prophecies. We're just mushrooms, man.
That's chill. Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, but now that you know we're
I mean,
not
the
trying to-
woods are crazy though. Like it's not been cool here for the last 1,000-some years. So I mean, if you can do anything to make it so that all of my kin can eat again and don't keep getting exploded because they try and eat and they can't, that'd be pretty cool. If they could just eat the wood again, like the dead trees and stuff, that'd be pretty great.
I notice your kin are drawing closer to the tower, just like all the other creatures. Not other creatures, excuse me.
Sure.
Is there a reason for that? Are you aware of why you're doing that?
I never thought about it. Maybe
Yeah.
it's wet?
It does look kind of wet. huh?
It looks a little wet. And
And
I
you
only
like
know that because now I have eyes. Yeah. Well, we just like it. We wanna make sure that it's good to go.
And that will hurt the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I mean, it's part of the woods, right? So we gotta keep it going.
So, hypothetically speaking, I'm not saying that this is the case, right? What if I told you, and you told your brethren, that the tower was the reason that you're all starving, and that if you maybe made the tower go away, then you'd be free to eat wood and wet again? What would you do?
So crazy information that I never considered. I feel like maybe I should ask for some proof because I really like that tower and I really like the wood, and it feels like those two things can't exist separately, but I have a very narrow concept of what is in the world outside of what I can see, which is now the place where you found me and this place.
Okay, understood. And if there was some bad man who said, "I want to kill the woods," what would you do to him?
Dayland, stab him as many times as it takes to explode him.
Good. We want to protect the woods. And I'd also turn around to the others and say, any other questions?
I feel like I've been very helpful.
You've been extremely helpful. And you're even cooler than when we first started talking. I feel like you've grown a lot as a stump.
I think so too. Not a stump, I eat stumps.
Well, you are a stump.
I am a stump. And I have brittle stems. Is that
You are
why
what
that's
you
my
eat.
name?
Do you want another name? Maybe one with more pizzazz personality? And not just a descriptor of what you are?
You have the power to give names?
Yes, we all have the power to give names. Would you like to name yourself? I can bestow this power upon you.
Can I steal Dayland's name?
No, you can't, because that would be confusing. And plus, Dayland is already Dayland. Any name besides Dayland would work. Well...
You get the emotional input of a pout, although these mushrooms cannot physically pout. Well, can you give me a name that the woods would think is cool?
That the woods
Can
would
I
think
give
is cool.
things names?
Yes,
Can I give you a
what-
name?
certainly. I would love to hear what name you have for me.
Can I give him a name? Dalen's arm just points at one of the Yuan-Tis, and they just go,
I can't guarantee that he'll use it, but you can give him a name.
I name him Chicken of the Woods.
He does
That's
look like
what
a
he
chicken of
looks
the woods.
He
Yes.
does.
And what of
Wow.
yourself?
I feel so full of power. I name myself Stump Brittlestem because you are what you eat.
And you look like a stump brittlestem.
I do because that's what I am.
I think that's a perfect name. Very appropriate, very
This is
noble.
a good day. Hey,
Very
do you want to
cool.
go find the thing that's eating everybody?
We're actually trying to. Oh wait, you mean the snake eater?
Sure. It's eating the snake people. Or
that
trying
what
to.
Yeah. Do you know where he or they are?
I know where we aren't. So that's probably where they are.
What if it's chicken of the forest? I'm not saying it is.
He's right there. You think it's him? Dalen
don't
pulls
think
out
it's
2
him.
knives.
No,
and,
no,
like,
no, no, no.
awkwardly wields them.
I don't think it's him.
I'll
I'm saying
stab him until he explodes.
he's good. I asked him if he was the snake eater. He said no, very passionately. So we know it's not him.
Good. The Yuan-Ti have all drawn their spears. Okay.
Yes, let's go
Well,
find
if
what's
it's not
eating the
Chicken of the
snakes.
Woods. Okay, let's go. I know someone who knows where he is. And Dalen / Stump goes like very stiffly walking into the city. Stump says, there's one of the snake folk is called Hizal. That's how they say it. If you say it wrong, it's very, very offensive, apparently. But Hizal said that where we aren't, that's where he is. So if we go find him. You liked to kill my kin, so I think you'll probably like to kill this thing too, because it's also trying to eat everybody.
I would like to kill this thing. I think we all would, but the problem, Stump, is wherever we go, there we are. So how can you go where you aren't?
You are very wise. Is there a thing where I can perhaps think very highly of a creature and or sentient being and perhaps get other people to do that too and make them all go to a building and perhaps send messages to a sentient being who maybe perhaps created us and gave us a name as an organization? Is that a thing that exists?
A temple? You describing a temple?
Does that exist?
I think so. Yeah, people do that all the time. I don't, but a lot of people do.
Can I do that for you? You say so many things that make so much sense.
I think I've lost the track here. Yes, I'm sure that you could.
You
do
killed my
what you
creator,
described.
so it's kind of like you're my creator now.
Oh, yes, that's true. I am. That's very true. But you don't have to.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a new and fun idea that no one has ever had before. I'm gonna do that.
I think it's been done quite a few times, but we could talk about it on the way.
He is leading you through the city, eventually leads you to just this little like hunter shack sort of on the outskirts of town, and sure enough there's just a quite old looking Yuan-Ti man on a like makeshift rocking chair on the front porch, essentially smoking like a long stemmed pipe, and sees Stump leading you all there and taps his pipe out and sets it off to the side and speaks a few words in Yuan-Ti, and then turns and looks at you all and in very broken common. These are the newcomers here to do what?
Kill Snake Eater.
That's all I have to hear. And stands up and picks up this like massive broadsword and picks up a sheath and straps it on and sheaths it across his back. And says, what do you know already?
Eat children every 2 years. Little Johnny, 17 years ago, never seen again. Sad.
Sad indeed. Well, not only children, unfortunately, that's what the children know, what the children know, but there is something or some things that plague us, and it's about time someone took care of it. I haven't had anybody able to figure out what was happening, but if you all feel up for the task, let's go give it a shot.
Definitely. And I just want to apologize for talking to you like that. I thought your comment was much, much worse. You're actually pretty fluent. You came in
not
kind of strong
great.
with the... I mean, you have a heavy accent, sure, but that was presumptuous of me, and I apologize.
Many outsiders have come here and taught me. Can't say that I can keep up with everybody, but I've done what I can to learn your ways. No offense taken, friend.
Oh, that's good.
So here's what I know. Indeed, children are a quick target. Seem to disappear more than most. But truly anybody caught on the edges of the settlement are prone to be whisked away by something or other. I have reason to think it's some sort of animalistic or bestial predator trapped in the blessing. What it is, I can't tell you. They strike fast and organized, and there have been more than one case where more than one person has gone missing within too short a time from too far away, which would lead one to assume there's more than one of these snake eaters. Unless this thing is preternaturally fast. We haven't the snake power to investigate as well as we should.
Have you noticed any patterns as far as where people are being taken?
No, the edge of the city, if you're not in a group, you are at more risk. But no, the perimeter, I mean, frankly, to the west is not the safest. It seems most people get taken from the westernmost edges of the Coil.
And is it truly once every 2 years, like the children said, or was that incorrect?
Not correct. Probably a bit more frequently than that people go missing, but there may be more than one reason for people going missing around here. But I fear that these things turn to tall tales quicker than we can get the kids to shut up about it.
Well, I think there's only one solution to this. We need a honey pot. And you'll turn and look at Seraphina and say, what do you say about standing in the middle of the forest waiting for somebody to come abduct you?
I can do it, but I am larger than a dog. Is that okay? Do I need to be the size of a child?
No, I think, regardless of your relation to, yeah. He's taken things bigger than a dog.
Okay.
You seem to be the smallest option we got unless we send Mushroom Snake here.
I think I'd be tempting for anybody to take, so I think I'm the obvious choice.
How can they resist abducting you?
Exactly.
Okay. If you're all about to go set this trap, let's flash sideways to Marway, following the choir missionaries real fast. So in this time that we've spent with the other group, Marway, you have followed Barda and Amelia to Sizitzi's tower. Upon arrival, you know, Barda stands up a little taller, tall as she can, at her halfling height of 3'6". And there's not so much a massive oak door for her to knock grandly on, which seems to be what she would like to do. So much as there is like tent flaps over what used to be a grand entryway. So she sort of like goes up to the tent flaps and like side eyes Amelia, who begrudgingly pulls one of the flaps aside as Barda announces, "We are here of the choir missionaries of the Dionic Church. I am looking for one called Tristan," as she like looks inside and her eyes kind of adjust to the dark and realizes that like no one is in the entry hall, the first floor of this tower, and seems to be announcing to no one in particular. And you roll your eyes a little bit behind her. And Amelia sort of just like, "I think we are welcome inside, I assume." Barda like scoffs and works her way inside. And she sort of like looks around, does a circle of the first floor. No one seems to be around on this first floor, so she begins going up the spiral. Are you going to follow her, or are you going to do anything differently?
Nope, I am keeping my eye on her because she's suspicious.
Okay. Roll insight as you follow her.
18.
18. Okay. She does a thorough search of the first 4 floors, which all seem to be empty of people, of Yuan-Ti, of anybody. But she does a full round, and it's not like with that 18, it could appear that she's just looking for someone to point her in the right direction. But with that 18, she seems to be like almost like mentally cataloging items in the room. Like she's like looking at bookshelves and things, you know what I mean? Just investigating the actual stuff in the room as opposed to just looking for people. But she's doing so briskly, trying to keep it on the DL from what you can tell. But she does lead you up and on
one of the rooms. Can I go ahead and cast Minor Illusion to make a rose quartz statuette that looks not like the actual one? I want it to be something that if she's only heard that it's a rose quartz statuette, that it might pique her interest, but not that would give away what it actually looks like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do that. Very clever. Okay, you're on the 4th floor. Where are you going to do this? And I'm going to need you to roll a stealth roll for her not to notice if you guys are just kind of alone in an empty sort of circular hall.
It's gonna be 17 on the stealth. And I would imagine just as we're kind of pushing through the little cloth barriers to like, were you saying there were like smaller rooms that she was kind of cataloging?
Yeah, like
just
wherever there's
smaller room.
Separate room she's peeking in. Okay.
And I want to watch her reaction upon seeing it.
Okay. What was your stealth? It was 17?
17.
Okay. She hooks her head into a small, like what looks to be like a small sort of lab type room, filled with all kinds of different like potion instruments and things like that. It appears not to be used super often. You see her eyes scanning, and she first clocks you, and then clocks the statuette, and then keeps scanning, and seems to very quickly sort of compose herself. But you note that she does that spell have somatic, or what kind of casting is it? Verbal?
Just somatic.
you clock your hand as you cast. And she sort of like, you see her mental computation of that, and she ignores the statuette that you've created and sort of brushes back out of the room, and from there on begins moving a bit faster and not quite searching the way she was before. And she just sort of leads you straight to the ramp going up through the center of the tower to the 5th floor, which is where you are going to finally see Sizitzi herself, standing with a varied group of people and races, including some Yuan-Ti, but also what appear to be other expeditioners who have made it this far. And we're going to flash back sideways as you guys find her. The rest of you, tell me about this trap you've set up for the Snake Eater.
Should we huddle? Should we huddle?
Let's
Yes.
huddle.
You're welcome to huddle first.
You sure about this, Serafina? I almost said it as a joke. I didn't think you would agree to it so quickly.
I'm so ready.
Okay.
I'm ready for my debut.
Even without Marway, he's usually who helps us feel better after we get hit.
I mean,
That's a weird way to say he's a healer.
how likely is this thing to show up right now? You know? Like,
I mean,
what are the odds?
Well,
Hey.
and if it does, I can always handle it.
Yeah.
that's true. Plus, we have the fastest horse in town. You miss 100% of the shots you will take. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
maybe today's our lucky day.
And listen, I know that this group right here, even without Marway, can definitely do this. Serafina, you'll be the best decoy possible. Bula's gonna bring the muscle when this thing comes in. And Eidos, I know you can lightning bolt with the best of them. We absolutely got this. And Stump, you stay over there. Moral support.
He's roll. Like Morel? Know him?
Yes.
I am Morel support. I can be like him. I'm delicious in barbecue. I got it.
How do you know that?
We were here a long time before this whole blessing started. People ate us more than you would think for being sentient beings. It was not a good time to be a mushroom.
Were you just imitating somebody feasting upon the flesh of your kin? Right
Yes,
there?
I watched you all
Oh, God.
explode, my kin. I'm
That's
pretty
different, though.
indifferent to these things.
Horrifying. Great.
I'm just
Yes.
a bunch of mushrooms. What do you want from me?
Just understanding. Just trying to get to know you, Stump. Okay.
All right.
Is the Hizal with us as well?
Mm-hmm. He's like
Oh.
old. Although he has this massive greatsword, he's old. It's pretty clear why he wasn't able to just go figure this thing out on his own. Yeah, he's with you.
Okay. And we've more or less arrived at the location that we're gonna...
The west side.
Yeah, he's led you like sort of toward the very outskirt of town, even just a bit further into the woods past the nearest like actual like houses or marked path, and led you into the woods a bit.
Alright.
And he
Oh.
seems a bit nervous in this area.
Well, Serafina, any signs of trouble, you just poof your way back here, and me and Bula will rush up and hold whatever this thing is at bay.
Okay, perfect. How do I look?
You look scrumptious for whatever this thing is coming.
As always. Okay, so Serafina is gonna go start skipping through the fields and just a la Disney princess style, she's gonna go frolicking and singing and just picking all the flowers and
As
being really loud.
Okay.
as part of that rousing speech that Killian just gave right there, can I use my inspiring leader feat to give everyone temporary hit points?
I'd be bummed if you didn't.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, how many?
So everybody gets I believe it is 12 temporary hit points.
I'll take it.
12 temporary hit points.
Heck yeah.
Very quickly sideways, Maraway. Roll insight. As you watch Barda speaking with Tristan and Amelia listening to their conversation.
26.
Okay. Barda rushed into this room very grandly when she finally saw that people were around. And she sort of took control of the conversation, immediately asked, where is Tristan? And launched into conversation with both Sizitzi and Tristan and some of the onlookers. And you, with that 26, you for sure noted that as you all moved into the room and Barda sort of made your all presence known immediately, Sizitzi sort of very quickly glances at two would appear to be like guards, who were pretty casually lounging in the room. And they almost just as casually like stand up, move over and speak to Barda, but eventually sort of like close in on the upward ramp, going further up into the tower. Just casually. And they sort of just take post where you would be able to climb up onto that ramp. Going back to the gang. Seraphina, go ahead and roll a perception check for me. As you tra-la-la through the field.
Six? I'm too tapped into my role.
This is going great.
You are truly a damsel in distress in this moment. The rest of you can roll perception check. As you sort of, I'm guessing you all are going to hide, so go ahead and roll perception and a stealth check for me and let me know which is which.
4 and 1.
Perception 16 for Killian, and then stealth is 10.
Okay, Eidos?
It's a 23. What was that plus 4? Perception. Jesus, sorry. And
I
then,
assumed.
yeah. And then a 9 for stealth.
Not great, guys.
Yeah.
Bula?
Yeah, that would be an 8 on perception and a 7 on stealth.
Hell yeah.
She is watching her feet while she very loudly crunches on all the sticks and leaves that she possibly can.
Yeah,
And,
so...
Glitterbell, roll a perception. If
Alright.
she's watching.
Yep, sure. Of course she is.
Nice.
Good for her!
23.
Way to go, Glitterbell.
And what's her stealth?
Let me see. It's really good. She's got like a +4 on stealth. Let me see. 15 for stealth.
Wow, she kicked all your butts.
She's the only one with her eyeballs open.
So, you all had decent perception. So what you're gonna notice is like a scattering of bones. And very, like, nearby, sort of, there's like all these different like rock sort of formations, and then lots of trees, dead trees, living trees around you. And then the canopy above your head. So you will notice stretches of spider silk above head. You all rolled pretty good perception. You notice that. You notice these like bundles of spider web have been sort of formed and stashed in parts of the trees. You will also notice traps. Unfortunately, your stealth was so bad that as you're noticing these things, what you're not going to see is Seraphina herself as a massive, big-eyed, but skinny-bodied and long, skinny-legged spider comes slowly drifting down out of the canopy. And Seraphina, it waits above you as you're walking. You don't see it above you. It doesn't come down and descend upon you. You walk directly in. You skip while picking flowers directly into a web trap. And as you walk into it, you become entangled, and it immediately then pounces and begins wrapping you up. So I'm going to have all of you roll initiative, but it has a surprise round because that was some pretty bad stealth rolls, and it knows you're there.
I'm with you. I am a severe arachnophobic, and I am so glad I split from this group.
It'd be the time to do it.
I said, I'm sorry, Robin. I know this is your biggest red flag, but I had to do it. I've been saving these guys up for a minute.
Nothing on this in this world needs more than 4. Just
I will let you know.
Absolutely too excessive.
These are massive versions of my favorite spider. I homebrewed this so that I could use an actual real life spider.
Who has a favorite spider? What is wrong with you?
The queen of creep over here.
Big weirdo.
Are spiders beasts?
These spiders are not. But yes, they're essentially beasts.
15 for Killian.
Seraphina has 3.
Ooh, hold on, I gotta edit something.
Sorry.
Save those numbers in your head real fast. That's okay. Hold on 1 second.
For the record, I do not have Casimir with me currently.
That's a real bummer for you, brother.
He could be here very soon. Very almost immediately, some might say. As if by magic.
Listen, I got a lot of characters, side characters that are in this campaign on D&D Beyond that I have to go in and hide because I forgot to ahead of time. We got Kittenberry, we got Seraphina's mom, we got Zada. There we go. We're good now. Okay, 1 second while it's... Okay. Okay, Seraphina, what was your initiative?
3.
That makes sense. You were skipping and tra-la-laing. Killian.
15.
Bula.
A 7, and that was with advantage.
Eidos.
12.
12. And I'm keeping Marway in the initiative order with 1 just so I remind myself to flash sideways to see what the heck they're up to. Okay. Top of the order is, mind you, this is a stealth round on you all. So, Seraphina from directly above you, and let me go ahead and activate your map. This is an actual photo of the spider. I'm so sorry, Robin. I had to do it. You're so creepy. Look at those big old eyes. Look at those big eyeballs.
I don't want to look at that.
I'm so sorry. You have to.
I kind of want to hurl.
You literally just got 2 of your players' icks at the exact same time. I'm not watching this.
I know. Spiders are such an easy thing to do that with. You can't expect me not to. I'm so sorry. Okay. If anybody wants to Google them, they are net casting spiders in real life. But they have extra super special crazy shit because they're giant net casting spiders in the Undying Wood. So watch out. Yeah, so Seraphina, you walk into its sort of net trap laying there. You notice far too late there were a scattering of bones and skulls on the ground around you. And all of the various wrapped up, roughly body-sized parcels that seem to be very, very lightly wiggling, moving, alive inside. But it's too late for you as this thing swoops down, and you are going to go ahead and take a multi-attack with a 16 to hit.
Yes.
All right. That sucks, because that is going to be 27 piercing damage right from the start.
Okay.
He says, that sucks.
That sucks. That's rough, buddy.
Seraphina is extremely upset because usually she's the one tying people up, and she's never been in this position before.
Yeah, this thing is using all 8 legs. as you try and like panic and struggle away because you want to be tying it up, like I feel like you're reaching for your rope. Like it's just spinning you, and then it pauses. Yeah, it pauses once it realizes that you're trying to get something out, and it sinks its big old fangs into you, and you can feel it. And that's going to be an additional 10 poison damage.
10 poison, okay. When I'm being wrapped up, am I completely engulfed yet, or how far?
Not yet. Certainly not yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll say, damn you, spider.
And it is gonna get in like sort of a defensive position. It can see the rest of your stealth was not great. You all did not sneak up very well here, although you had very high perception. So it clearly is clocking the rest of you hiding in the bush down to the south. But it's pretty focused on getting Seraphina wrapped up. Killian, that's you. Well, never mind, surprise round. As it's doing that, you watch 2 more of these massive, spindly-legged, big-eyed spiders come descending from 2 other trees in the area.
No.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Thank you, everyone in the
very
player group who convinced me that splitting from the group was a great idea when I pitched it. I appreciate you and all of your votes to get me not in this fight.
And you know that although they could probably move in closer, they seem kind of defensive of where they are. So they come down from the trees and they get down on the ground sort of defensively. Now we're going to loop back around. Seraphina, you are officially restrained. Now that we are done with the round. And so your face even is covered in like this choking, thick web. And although you've taken all that damage, you don't feel like you're as close to dead as you should feel. But that makes sense here.
Can I speak with this webbing around me?
You would probably kind of be able to hear yourself. It's not like they like gagged you by any means. It's a spider.
Right.
So you would probably be able to hear yourself. But as far as like projecting your voice, it would probably sound muffled. You're essentially wrapped in a bunch of big comforters.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Killian.
All right, Killian's going to. So is this thing's on the ground currently?
They are all on the ground at this point.
All right. Yeah, Killian's gonna. Oh, I want to grab everybody. Killian's gonna rush in here. And as he runs in, he's gonna draw his whip, infuse it with some divine energy as he goes for an attack. Why are you laughing?
Okay, Robin, you keep making that face, and I'm gonna really. No, I'm laughing at Robin's face.
Okay.
I really am gonna feel bad. She's just sitting there going.
I can see them. What's dumb is
Maybe you should theater of the mind this one, huh? Have you ever wanted your technology to crash more?
Right? Have absolutely picked my feet off the floor under my desk because now I just feel like there's things crawling on me.
I am literally sitting
Killian, what were you
crisscross applesauce in my chair right now.
So weird and gross.
26 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
All right, I'm gonna try and do thunderous smite on this thing. So it needs to make a strength save. DC's 15.
It is so spindly. Strength is not its strong suit. That's only an 8.
All right, so so this thing is going to take some damage here. So let me just roll that first. So it's 11 plus. Oh damn, 11 plus 12. So 23 points of damage. Thunder and radiant damage. As the whip cracks and a loud, just thunderous boom emerges as it hits this creature, and it will push it 10 feet and put it in the prone position.
Okay.
So I can just go like, yeah, direct diagonally there.
Yep.
And then I'm going to just kind of get in front of Seraphina with my remaining movement and strike it again with my second attack at advantage because it's knocked down. Ooh. 17 to hit.
That hit.
All right. And that's just going to be regular old damage. So 2 plus a number. 2 plus 6. 8 radiant damage.
Okay.
And
You said it was only 6 radiant damage?
yes, on the second hit there.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
All right. One of the other spiders appears not to have liked that, so it's gonna come on in and try and mess you up.
No.
I know. It's gonna be a dirty 20 to hit with a bite attack.
I'm going to use my reaction for Defensive Duelist. Add 3 to my AC. Make it 21. So it misses.
Nice. Okay. Okay, it misses. It is going to try to ranged attack Eidos, though, as its multi-attack. Eidos, that's going to be a 14 to hit you at range.
That's not it.
Okay. It spits this webbing at you, and you manage to avoid it. That's it for its turn, but it's going to stay in close range. Eidos, that's your turn.
Okay. I think that I'm going to cast innate sorcery on myself. Make my sorcerer spells a little beefier. And then I'm going to promptly ignore that and cast Chromatic Orb, which is a draconic spell. So, where am I? I guess you know what I'm doing. 25 to hit.
Okay. Which one were you going for?
Both of them, because it's a twin spell.
Oh, nice.
Oh, didn't I say that? I'm sorry.
You might have. I missed it. You're good.
I'm always out to lunch. I probably didn't say it, but yeah, it is a twin spell. That's 5d8. Yep. Oh, finally it happens. Okay. And a bounce.
Ooh.
So, it never happens for me. But 16, 22, 25, 27 points of lightning damage. And since I rolled doubles on one of these bad boys, and it was the 8, so that's even nicer. Do they both bounce? And since I'm rolling damage for 1,
Yes?
right?
Like, yes.
Okay. I mean, I want it to be yes.
My gut says yes. My
Cool.
gut says
I like-
yes. I'm a cool
I
DM.
like your gut. All right. Woo! So another hit, right? It's full. And the new damage. Yep. Okay. So 6, 13, 16, 22, 27 more points of lightning damage.
Siege.
Wonderful. I will say, you all noticed that things like just physical damage, piercing, slashing, that kind of stuff doesn't seem to be doing much, but your magic damage, much like with the myconids, is seeming to be the most effective as far as actually hurting these things. I will say, though, it doesn't seem like you can kill things in this woods without tearing them to absolute shreds. So, best of luck. Ula, you're up.
All right. So, first of all, Bula is going to rage because it just snatched Seraphina out of nowhere, and she's not okay. And then she's going to... dang it, I'm doing that thing where I move everybody.
Every time.
I don't know why or how it does that.
It like pre-selects everybody at the beginning.
Okay, how do I unselect?
Just
Kind of like draw a little square, like click and drag your
yeah,
mouse
like
somewhere.
click and drag just
Got
over
it.
you.
Ah, okay. She's gonna come about half her movement there, and she's gonna just point at not the one that's prone, the one that's closest to here.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
And she just points with her big ring of the ram at it to push it away because that's disgusting. So it's not the right one. Oh, that was a nat 1, so we're going to use a lucky point to reroll.
Probably wise.
There we go. So it's a 17 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so it's 2d10. So 12 points of force damage, and it's pushed 5 feet away.
Yep, just throwing these poor spiders all around.
They're gross.
They are
You basically
gross. I
just-
fully support this.
I like to think that what is normally a phantasmal ram was in this case a phantasmal flip flop.
Yes. And so Seraphina is just like kind of close to where Bula is now. And does that?
You're cutting
No.
out.
I missed
Oh,
that.
man. So she looks at Seraphina where she's tangled up in the web. And she just kind of like gets distracted for a minute. She's like, did that say... Oh, never mind. I thought your webbing said like some pig or something. I don't know. How weird. She keeps going.
Seraphina, you're just swinging in the air back and forth, hanging from the spider's web about 15 feet off the ground.
I'm enraged. I've never been restrained like this before. It's infuriating.
Is this what it feels like? Am I a spider?
Okay.
Okay. That it for you?
No, I guess technically I can still attack one more time because that. Oh no, that counts as an action.
Yeah,
Right.
I think your ring of the ram is an action.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm good.
All right.
What happened on your rage?
I don't know.
Yeah, did you roll on the chaos table for rage?
Yep, sure did.
Okay. All right then.
What
Fantastic.
do you mean?
Yep,
Okay, the
sure did.
finals. The third spider climbs up this tree, so it is up about 50 feet in the air in this tree,
Ugh.
and it's going to take a ranged attack at Bula.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
The hits.
All right, it shoots a bunch of webbing at you. You are restrained by a bunch of sticky spider web. It you can feel it like in your eyes and in your hair, like when you walk past a tree and you know you've accidentally walked through a spider web, only it's over your whole body.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
You will have to
So
make a DC
she
15
feels-
strength check when it's your turn.
okay, so
Got
she
it.
feels that, and there's just like a wave. Oh, it's so gross. And just like a wave of force damage lashes out at the spider that hit her for 5 points of force damage.
That's what that did.
That's what that did.
Okay, very cool. Seraphina. Sorry, go ahead. Do you have
Okay.
anything else?
No, you said restrained, right?
You are restrained, yep.
Okay, so Seraphina has a type of Misty Step called Refreshing Step. So after she teleports, she can roll for some temporary HP. And so
Very
there's a
Seraphina
verbal.
coated. I feel like there's like cucumbers involved.
It's like a little mini spa treatment after you get restrained by spiders. Okay, so
you
she's
have to be able to
going.
see where you're going.
Oh, but I can't see.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your face is covered, baby.
Can I see through Glitterbell? And Misty step through her?
Can you? You tell me. I think that's a thing.
Yeah, I can see through Glitterbell's eyes, and I think I can cast through her too.
Then yeah, you got me. You got it.
Okay,
No
so
sweat.
I don't know where Glitterbell is on the map, but I will teleport right in front of her. wherever her eyeballs are looking.
Let's see if I can find her, and I'll put her on the map. I'm just gonna pop her in sort of where you guys were hiding.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll just teleport right next to her. I think I can move it
Cool.
to 30. Yeah, that's within the range of the spell.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, you are very easily able to just teleport right next to her. Very
Okay,
clever.
Perfect. And then I'm going to take the one. I'm going to roll for the healing, which is only 1 HP. Okay, well, I tried.
You are a little refreshed.
It was just like a little mist, but I'm still like gross, so it doesn't feel that refreshing.
Yeah. You're moisturized, but still sticky somehow.
Yeah. That's my
Okay,
turn.
flashing sideways at the bottom of the round. Maraway, you have been in Sizitzi's tower now for roughly 7 seconds. Since you all came up there. You watch these guards sort of very casually move into place, blocking access to the upper part of the tower. But otherwise, this is a place where you've spoken to Zitzi before. You see her conversing with Barda. Is there anything you do as Barda sort of talks to Zitzi and to Tristan, who is in the room, sort of mapping out her day? Is there anything you'd like to get up to over there?
I think I'm gonna message Zitzi with the message
Interesting.
cantrip.
Okay. Go on.
And I want to tell her Barda knows more about the idol than we think she does. Get her out of the tower discreetly.
Sizitzi shows almost no sign that she's heard this message, except that she actively interrupts Barda for the first time in this conversation. She's been fairly polite, especially you having come up with Barda. She's met you. She hasn't met Barda yet, but she knows you. And she turns to Barda and she says, I am so sorry. I have to get on with my day, but Tristan here will happily take you into the city to meet some of our more infirmed and see what you can do for them. And I'm going to roll for her and for Barda. Those are both 10s. But meets it, beats it. So Sizitzi's going to win this one. Barda doesn't seem to like it. But Tristan jumps on the opportunity very quickly, just as he did the day before. And basically just like wraps up their itinerary planning, which seems to be Barda's whole thing that she's been talking about this whole time. Just planning the day instead of getting on with the day. And Tristan says, there's no time like the present. And he goes, picks up all of his things and puts on his outer coat and goes to lead you all out of the tower. Are you going to go with them?
Absolutely. I need to keep my eyes on this girl.
All right.
How long total have I been away from the group? Has it been an hour
Probably
yet?
like 45 minutes.
I'm turning that light spell off of Bula's buckle so that she knows shit might be getting crazy here in a minute.
It's already crazy over
This
here.
is a terrible time.
He's about to dip out of
Listen,
here.
when things go crazy, when it rains, it pours, okay?
Oh
And
my
at least now
God.
y'all know, hey, there's some crazy shit happening because she recognized the Rose Quartz idol. She knows something. And she is actively cataloging this entire tower.
Oh man.
We are past the point of gentleness and we need to spider wrap this girl.
Phew. All right.
With the spiders.
Let's
Top
lead her
of the
to
order.
spiders.
Evil, I love it. Top of the order. Spider. It's gonna use half its movement to get up from prone. So it will do that as soon as I learn how to use my computer. There we go. Okay. It's gonna go ahead and get up, and it's pretty pissed that it sees its original prey easily pop out of its webbing. So it's mad, and it's just gonna go ahead and try and bite Killian.
All right.
That is a 28 to hit you, bud.
That'll do.
I thought so. That is going to be a nice and spicy 27 piercing damage on top of a 13 poison damage.
13.
And on top of that, it's going to go ahead and roll to see if it recharges its webbing attack from range, and it does not. So it cannot use its web snare attack from afar like it was going to do with one of you. Killian, that's your turn.
Okay. Well, we gon' attack that one that just went after me. So that's gonna be 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. I'm gonna try Thundering Smite again. I'm gonna cast this one at second level. So 15 strength save.
Almost a 20, but instead it was a 2 for a 4.
All right. So it's gonna be 8, and then not too much, 7. So 15 mix of radiant and thunder damage.
Very nice.
Okay, it gets pushed back 15 feet and is prone again. Or 10 feet, sorry.
10-4.
And then I go here, then that's 10 feet. Yeah. So I'm just gonna move a little bit here, and I'm gonna attack it from right here. And since it's prone, I get advantage on the attack. And that's gonna be another 26 to hit.
That'll
That-
do.
That's only gonna do 8 radiant damage on that attack.
Very nice.
And then Killian just gonna. So how's this spider looking?
Completely fine.
Okay.
They
So-
all look like burned, like they've been hit by various types of damage. No legs are falling off these babies.
All right. Killian just gonna look back to the group and just say, "These things aren't dying." And that'll be. I'll kind of take a couple steps back towards the group. And
I will, with his warning there, I'll let you all roll a nature or investigation check
All right.
to figure out what could
Ooh.
possibly be done. Because as he says that, you all realize that indeed, while you are beating the heck out of these things, you know these woods. These things aren't dying.
Mm-hmm.
I see a nat 20. What else we got?
14.
I got a 4.
19.
Okay. Ados and Killian, you got to find a way to tie these things down so you can get out of here. You also all realize throughout these woods that you're seeing now, like 10-ish bundles like what Seraphina was wrapped up in, very obviously all fighting and moving to try and escape. Living bundles of people or something wrapped in spider silk. throughout this field. Spider turn. Bula. Robin, I'm so sorry for doing this to you.
Ugh.
This thing comes running up to you so fast. So much faster than any living thing should be able to move.
Ugh, the skittering. I can't.
The skittering.
Ugh.
Like you can almost hear it before you can see it. That's gonna be a 28 to hit, my love.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. That's gonna be 15 piercing damage, as well as 17 poison damage.
Okay, the piercing is halved.
Excellent.
Are we rounding up or down?
Down.
7. So 7 piercing, and what was the rest?
17 poison.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then so the skittering and the spider face, she just goes. She's still restrained. She's still angry, but she turns her chest towards this thing, and she just She's just still so mad, and it takes force damage of 3 points.
Very nice. All right, as the second part of its attack, it does recharge its webbing ability. So, Killian, it's coming for you with that. That's a 22 to hit on a ranged attack.
Ooh, that's gonna hit.
Yeah, so sorry about it. You are restrained by invisible webbing. Oh, Robin, go ahead and wait. You haven't had your turn yet. Never mind.
It's not. Yeah, I was gonna say it's on my
Yeah,
turn.
it
I thought
is.
about it too. I was like,
You're-
wait.
Yeah. That's you, Adis. What you want to do?
You said it's me.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try to cast Command at 3rd level, which will allow me to affect 1 additional creature for each spell slot above level 1. I'm gonna command all 3 of these bad spider boys to halt.
Okay. Is that a
Yeah,
wisdom
I
save
think-
for me or an attack roll for you?
Yeah, it's a wisdom save. It's gonna be DC 15.
Okay. The one closest to Bula is a 17, so that saves.
Damn.
The one that's prone is a 12, so that fails.
Sweet.
And the one that is up in the tree is only a 5, so that fails. So they both halt. And how long does that last for?
I think this turn. On its turn, the target doesn't move and takes no action or bonus action. I think it's just 1 round.
Okay, very nice. Still handy. Bula, what you gonna do? You have a
So now
DC
she's-
15 strength save to get out of your
DC
webbing,
15
if you would like.
Strength save. Do what I like.
If you're making a saving throw, you get +4 because you're 10 feet beside
Okay.
me.
So I get +4, and I get while raging, I have a save.
Advantage, yeah.
Yeah. Do I still get that even though I'm restrained? I mean, it doesn't say anything against.
No, yeah,
checks,
you
it
absolutely
just
do.
says-
It's like the whole thing. You're just
You're
tied
mad!
up. Rawr, break out.
I'm angry!
Oh my gosh. Okay. So even with all the helpful things and the advantage, that's gonna be a 15.
Meets it, beats it, baby.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought you said
Rage
16.
your
I was
way.
like, I didn't make it.
No, DC 15, 1-5.
With
Saving throw.
15. Okay. So she does that count as her turn, or is that just an extra beforehand?
That's a-
That is,
Could be an action.
yeah, that's your action. So you have a bonus action and movement, if you would like.
Okay.
And it does not say it knocked you prone, so you have your full movement. It restrained you standing up. You were basically just like webbed to the ground standing there.
It did, however, I want to hit it. However. Okay. Let me look.
You rolled a 14 on your last nature. Was it nature that you were rolling for, or investigation?
Investigation. Actually, they're exactly the same, honestly.
It occurred to you at that point that this webbing is not immune to slashing damage, and you have a friend who is restrained. Just want to throw that out there.
Isn't that an action to go and try to get her out?
It would be, but you could move. You could move toward him if you wanted to, unless you had any kind of bonus action that would allow you to use a weapon.
I don't. So she's gonna move, I guess. Killian's the one that just got wrapped, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's my fighting partner. I need to get him out of there. So she's gonna move over here to try to help him out.
Cool.
I think that's all she's got.
Okay. The spider up in the tree, which was just commanded to halt, I think it loses its turn, correct?
Yeah, it just hangs out.
Okay. Seraphina, that's you. Newly freed from your webbing. What you gonna do?
Seraphina, in her rage of just having been restrained herself, she's gonna reach into her bag and she's gonna pull out her rope of entanglement, and she's going to target this spider, the one in front of Bula, and the target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 17.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they might not be strong, but they dexterous. They got those long, creepy legs.
Seraphina is very sad and embarrassed. I guess
It basically starts like crocheting a blanket with a rope of entanglement.
That's just rude.
Oh man.
I guess that's her turn.
You can hear, you get the telepathic message from Stump hiding in the bushes. That was pretty embarrassing.
Seraphina sulks. She's very embarrassed.
Just got mocked by a mushroom. A fungus.
Oh, yeah.
He's just a
Flashing
fun
sideways.
guy.
He's just a fun guy. He likes making little jokes. He's just a
fun guy.
mushroom. It's just a bunch of mushrooms, y'all. Marway, flashing sideways. Yeah, you all have headed down the spiral ramp of the tower. Is there anything in particular you noted on your way out? Like you're the last to sort of leave the room, and Sizitzi sort of gives you like an appreciative nod as you leave the room after Barda is well out of eyesight. But is there anything you need to do within the tower, or are you just gonna follow Barda out of the tower with Tristan?
No, but I do want to know if she currently has her journal that she was writing in on her.
Okay. You don't even have to roll for that. She is wearing just her missionary robes, and Amelia is carrying her bag. What's in the bag? It's probably going to be hard to tell. You can try and maybe roll to like guess based on the shape and weight of the bag if there's a book in there, a journal in there. You're welcome to go ahead and roll like an investigation or something along those lines.
Yeah, Mara.
Or if you have any trickery you want to do.
Time around books, so I think we're gonna see if this looks like what he used to carry to Huthimer's lectures. Was perception one of those options?
Sure. Yeah.
16.
The two satchels Amelia is carrying are identical. Obviously, both given to them by the choir. it would appear that Barda's satchel that she handed over, I feel like you would have been paying special attention to this. Barda's looks heavy enough that it could possibly be carrying a couple different books and journal type size things. Quite like densely packed. Although Amelia's looks like it's carrying at least a couple books too.
And she looked like she was struggling, yes?
Yeah, they're both heavy. She's pack muling these bags.
Okay, I'm gonna do something a little unconventional.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of slow down just a little bit to get myself a little bit of distance.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hex Amelia's strength. Because that is a spell that you don't know it's cast on you until someone hits you with that necrotic damage. So I'm gonna hex her strength so that she is struggling significantly more. And then we'll follow that up next turn.
Okay, yeah. Her legs are shaking by the time you get to the bottom of the tower ramps down to the first floor. And we'll flash back sideways to the gang. Spider time. One of the spiders that was told to halt, this is the turn that it will miss. So it is not even able to stand up. It is just halted. It is laying on its back with its legs curled in like it's dead. Killian, your turn.
Well, I have to use my action to break out the restraining.
Yes.
So it's,
DC 15 strength save.
Strength save. Oh, okay. Ooh, 21.
That'll do it.
Rah.
By a good bit.
Breakout.
Just like almost hits Bula as you break out of it. She's like, "Oh man, I was coming to help you."
There's so much spider web in all y'all hair.
And once again, the spiders that we've been attacking are not really hurt too much at all.
They have taken damage. The physically things here can be torn apart, but they are still just as energetic and don't seem to be feeling the pain by any means.
Okay. Killian's just going to kind of look back to the group and just say, these things are not going down. We have to get out of here. We have to regroup. And he's going to use lay on hands on himself to recover 10 hit points as his bonus action. And that's it. That's his turn.
Spider closest to y'all. The only one that has not been commanded. And it's just gonna attack. Bula. That'll be a 29 to hit.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And I really hate to say this, but that was a nat 20 for a 29.
Nice.
Ugh. Okay.
Sorry. That is 21 piercing damage.
Which gets halved. So.
And 18 poison. Yep, 10. 10 for piercing.
10,
And another 18 poison.
and 18. Gross. Okay. And then she spins around. She says, "Stop hitting me!" And a wave of force comes out of her for 4 points of force damage.
Very nice. You like blow a leg off this thing, but it gets right back up as if it doesn't even notice. Does it get pushed back?
No, just takes the damage.
Okay, cool. Eidos. That's you.
Good. I'll try to command him again. 3rd level. What was that? DC 15. Let me double check.
Wisdom save.
I believe so. Yes. Wisdom.
That's a nat 1. Followed right after the
Nice.
nat 20. 4 or 3.
Right on.
All right, what's your command?
Wait, actually. Which ones didn't do it?
The one closest to Killian and Ula. Although, did you target all 3 of them this time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did another 3rd level.
Okay. Okay, so the closest one to you failed. Let's look at the one that was prone over to the left of the map. It got a 16.
Yeah, that beats it.
Okay, and then the last one got a 5.
And that one's the one up high?
That was the one up to the right. Yep, up in the tree. So that one failed.
Let me see if I can...
So you hit 2 out of 3.
Let me double check something, make sure that... I'm going to command them to approach me.
That's a choice. All right. On their turn, they have to follow your command. So they will use all of their movement on each of their turns to get as close as they can to Eidos.
Nice.
An interesting choice. Looking forward to that. Bula, what you gonna do? You did hear Eidos yell this, and you do see 2 of them sort of snap to attention,
Right.
including the one right in front of you.
Okay. So, first of all, she just now notices, so she's getting the webs off.
You're cutting out. I
And-
heard you're getting the webs off. Something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. She's getting the webs off, and she notices at that point, as she's cleaning herself off, that the light on the buckle is gone. So, the light that says that Marway's okay, she starts panicking, and she's like, "How long has it been? Their light's gone. Something's wrong with Marway. How do we find out?" And she kind of like grabs Killian. She's like, "What do I do?"
Page him.
Do what?
I said page him. We have rotary phones. We have Morse code. Now we have pagers.
Let me
Go use
pick
the
up my
car
HP
phone and
cup.
call his pager.
I'm gonna send a pigeon. Okay. So she's kind of freaking out about that. So the one in front of her is commanded, right? It's not moving.
It will move toward Eidos.
Okay. So she she's freaking out about this. She kind of grabs Killian with one hand, and she's kind of like trying to figure out what to do, and then she just reaches out just in a blind like ah with her axe and goes straight for the one right in front of her.
All right.
Oh, hot dog! The first nice roll I've made all night. So 27 a hit.
That'll do.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do, Donkey. That'll do.
So oh, come on. So 8 points of slashing damage. And she's just in a fury-filled blind.
Yeah, I feel like you popped a leg with that. Yeah.
So 15 to hit.
That hits.
Woo! So 12 points of slashing.
Very nice.
All right.
You are starting to like chonk some legs off of this thing. So at the very least, you're making it a little bit less mobile.
All right. So that's what she does. She's just in a foaming at the mouth, freaking out, just absolutely flailing about with sharp objects. Done.
Certainly. All right, the spider up in the tree comes just jumping down to the ground. Boom. And Seraphina, you'll get an opportunity attack as it rushes past you to get as close as it can to Eidos.
Oh my gosh. Seraphina is going to. She's gonna try to use her rope again. Oh my gosh. I hope it works. So you used to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. They are very dexterous, but let's see. Sorry, that's a dirty 20.
This has never happened to me before.
You're feeling very impotent.
That's very opposite of how we started this game.
But it has used its entire turn to just move toward Eidos as commanded. So it is Seraphina's turn now. You had an opportunity
So if
attack,
I-
now you actually get a turn.
If I move away from it, will it also have an opportunity attack?
Yes, because it's past its turn, so it is now of its own right mind. It can now do what it wants.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. I'm going to put it to sleep. It's making a wisdom saving.
Are we using the 2024 sleep spell?
Yeah.
Fantastic, because it's better this way. All right, it's a wisdom save?
Yes.
Okay. That's only a 10,
Yay!
almost 20, but it was an 8.
Yay. Okay, so this one is sleeping.
Sleepy guy. He's just eepy. All right. That spider takes a little nap. Well done. Anything else from Seraphina?
That is it. That's it.
Okay.
Actually, she might make a little movement. Let me move her towards here.
Kind of ducking
Now
under
he's
that tree.
asleep. Yeah, now that he's
Yep.
asleep, she can move.
Okay. Maraway. That was a fast round. Maraway.
Mhm.
You were doing some shenanigans. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we're gonna do some crazy shit. So Maraway is going to offer to take one of the bags. Because
Because she's
looks like really
struggling.
struggling really bad.
Yeah.
So if she's gonna let him, as he's lifting one of them off of her back, as soon as the weight shifts, I'm gonna kind of flip open behind her, like the bag opening, and I'm gonna summon Huthamer into her bag. And he has a fly speed, so he's not gonna have any weight to him in this bag. And I'm going to put the other one on my back and have Eden crawl into that one. So that they can specifically look for her journal.
I will say that she gives you her own pack and holds on to Barda's.
That's
And I will tell you what they find in those bags next round.
fine.
So basically, you have a
Um,
summon in each bag.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I do want to drop concentration, like as the bag is lifting, on Hex, so that she's feeling a bit better. That way, if there is any movement, it's not like as
Noticeable.
noticeable yet.
Okay, I like it. Very clever, very tricksy, very fey of you. Interesting. Back to the spiders.
Spiders.
Robin, I'm sorry, Bula, but also Robin. These are the kind of spiders where, like, you're like, do they have 8 legs or 10? Because their fangs are, like, basically, like, tiny little legs coming out of the front. You know what I mean? Those spiders that you're like, why are their fangs basically just extra legs? Or do they just have so many legs?
Why is this the thing that you choose to make very descriptive?
Make everything descriptive, especially teeth. This is the one time I'm not talking about teeth. Although I guess fangs are kind of teeth.
Ugh, okay, all right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So,
All,
I have
all
to-
the
I
gross
have to.
things.
yeah. You guys are very strong. You can handle it. So one of the spiders is going to use half its movement to stand up. And let me see if it has enough. It sure does. Seraphina, it's coming for you, baby. The one that was not convinced to just take off running straight toward Eidos. Sarah, that's gonna be a nat 1 for a 10 to hit on that bite attack. Nina, Nina, boo, boo.
I taunt it.
And it's mad and it's pretty upset. You're too close for its ranged attack. Let me see if it recharges at all. It does not recharge its ranged attack. So yeah, you nana boo boo this thing and it like spider cries. Little tears dripping off of its fangs. Killian, that's you.
Killian, just seeing all these spiders just approach and surround us here. Once again, he's just going to yell out to everyone, we need to get out of here right now. We can come back for these cocoon people later. We can't help them if we are cocooned or dead. Even though we can't die in this place, we can be cocooned, which is arguably worse. And Killian is, he will, I'm going to attack this one in front of me. So let's do a little attack here. Ooh, that's no good. That's only 13.
No dice.
All right, second attack. Okay, that's 24.
Some dice.
That is some dice. All right, and then I'm going to, once again, I'm going to Thunder Smite this guy, just to try and get him away. So strength save, DC 15.
12.
Okay, so it's going to get pushed back and prone, and it's going to take 7 plus 11, 18 radiant and thunder damage. And now that he pushed this thing away, he's going to usher everyone to get the heck out of here. And he's going to start heading out. So he's going to kind of run to the edge, if not off the map completely. I don't know how running away works right now.
Certainly. No, that works. The one that you just blasted back, you all see it stand up. It has to use its turn to move as close as it can to Eidos. So it's going to use half its movement to get itself out of Brown. And it's going to get in as close as it can to Eidos, but it's not close enough. Eidos, your turn. You have one asleep, and the other is not within opportunity attack range. So you're welcome to try and run away if you must.
Okay. Not within opportunity attack.
No, neither of them can take an opportunity. The one that is within opportunity attack is asleep, and the other one is not close enough.
I'm going to cast
because it had to use half its movement to stand up.
Okay. I'm going to, on the one that's not asleep, cast Polymorph. And I'm going to try to turn him into a mouse.
Be my guest. What do I got to do?
That is a Wisdom 16 DC.
Okay, I'm going to roll physical dice for this one. That's a 5 on the die for a 7.
Let's go.
All right. This one becomes a mouse.
I should not have said mouse. Should have picked something that was bigger so we could catch it. But it lasts for an hour. And now we have 2. Are we still running away? And really, it's just 1.5.
You've got one asleep, one that is a mouse, and one that is tried to bite Seraphina and is very angry that she went na.
That's on her, to be honest. It's your call, Killian.
Is the plan, well, are we just going to run around and free these things? Because we can't kill these things. They don't die.
We were going to restrain them. That's the idea, right?
Well, we have a minute on the sleep. So,
which is 10 rounds.
Yeah.
If we do that one first, the mouse lasts for an hour. Then we just got one lively boy here. It's up to you.
Well, how are we restraining the next one?
Sleep
Rope
again.
or sleep. Yeah. Well, actually, but as soon as all of them are asleep, then we're probably out of initiative, and then it's 30 seconds until they wake up. So we restrain the sleepy one, and then we take the third one out. If
But
we do
I would
this.
say, because like physically time is longer if we're in initiative, I will allow you to stay in initiative if that's helpful for you. If you can get this
Okay.
last one restrained and you have to function within the terms of a minute, your movement might go further that way than me measuring a minute in real time. So that's an
Okay.
option.
If we
I
stay in
will-
initiative, then it's
If you wanted to stay in initiative, you could. If you manage to get
That's
this
a lot
third
easier.
one incapacitated.
Okay.
Because you can probably see them around the map. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cocoons, essentially.
You want to take a vote?
Sure.
We don't have time to vote. We're in battle. Knock this thing out and let's go.
We're in a huddle zone. Different plane.
Well, it's not my turn
I'm
anyway.
gonna
So
take the
will say-
last one.
If you can do enough targeted slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage, I will say that not only restraining this last one would do it, but if in this round you guys can, between Ados' turn now and Ados' next turn, if you can manage to do enough damage to this one, I will say you can target those things toward its legs and incapacitate it that way. You can try and chop off its legs, so it's just a roly-poly.
okay.
So I'll give you more opportunity if you wanted to try.
It's pretty messed up.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I feel like that's something Zada would do.
yeah, it is. Do with that what you will. Bula is up next, and she's right next to it.
Okay.
Polymorph one.
So I'll let you all make your decisions as you will.
So the
Yeah, that
one
one-
in front of Seraphina is the one that is still needs to be restrained.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
I
you
mean,
have-
she's
10 rounds before the one that's asleep wakes up. 9 rounds.
You could also run and start freeing these people.
That's true too.
she could. However, she is raging, and these things
Oh,
are
okay.
still in your face.
That
so
is true.
she's literally going to just run up and smack it.
All right. You doing a leg
She's-
attack?
Just doing the roly
I mean-
poly.
Yeah, yeah, because I guess that with it being that tall, that would really be an aim.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 9 points of slashing damage. And then she's just gonna go to the next one. 15 to hit. 9 points of damage.
You take off 2 of the legs. It's still mobile, but you manage to take out 2 out of the 8 legs.
She's just coming in. She chops the first one off and keeps going straight through to the second one.
Yep, sure enough. All right. Seraphina.
Seraphina is going to try to sleep this one in front of her. So it's a wisdom saving
Okay.
throw.
Okay.
Sleep is concentration, though.
Oh, yeah, you'll lose it on the first one. That's true.
Oh my gosh,
Tell
what am
me
I
what
gonna
else you wanna
do?
do
Am I gonna try to rope him?
You might as well.
I guess. She rolls her
He's
eyes.
He's off balance now. He's just teetering.
She's gonna wondrous. What is this? Wondrous robe of entanglement. Her the spider. Oh.
Okay. What's that saving throw for me?
15. It's dexterity.
Okay. That was a nat 1
Ooh.
for a 10, but a nat 1 nonetheless.
And she's like, now you know what it feels like.
Okay, read for me what the rope of entanglement does. Does that have a time limit on it?
Let me see. No, it just says it has the restrained condition, and I can release it. It's not a spell. It's like an item.
Yeah, it's the rope itself. Yeah, it's a physical rope. Yep. So it's just restrained. Cool.
I think it's just.
Yeah, in that case, unless anybody is next to it, it can't get you unless it can. Does it have a strength save or a dex save after it's entangled?
Yes, it has a strength or it has an athletics or acrobatics check. So you can take an action to do either of those to release yourself.
Okay. And that'll be on its turn. So you guys are welcome to keep trying to incapacitate it other ways now that it's restrained. Otherwise, you can just hope for the best and run around and try and break everything out.
Okay.
Marway. What's going on over there?
No.
Oh, God.
Okay,
no.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If one were to have resistance placed upon them, and the resistance reduced the damage to 0, would they know that they got hit with that?
I'm sorry. Say more words. I'm confused.
Okay,
You're going to.
Theoretically,
You want
of
to.
course. Theoretically,
Of course. Yes.
If I
Yes.
were to cast resistance on Amelia, under the guise of so it, is less painful on her shoulders, and
Mhm.
Huthamer were to teleport out of the backpack, which usually would cause lightning damage, if my resistance reduced the damage to 0, would she know that she's been zapped?
I mean, lightning is loud and bright. So while she wouldn't be able to feel it, I feel like it would be pretty clear.
I mean, it's not necessarily lightning. It could just be like static, because it doesn't say it makes a noise. It doesn't say, because like under the stat block, it's supposed to be fire, which wouldn't make a noise. It just.
You know what? I am down to clown. If your resistance can make that damage 0, then yeah.
Okay.
She would feel it as if it was a static electric shock, which is not unheard of when wearing wool nun's robes in a heavy.
I didn't think I would get this far, and now I have to do it.
Yeah, certainly.
Oh, but first, I need to know what books we found.
Okay. I will tell you, you're looking for a personal journal. You find a lot of like very obviously like missionary, like clerics healing books, as well as just like religious tomes. Which of your summons is in which bag?
Huthamer
Amelia is still
in
wearing Barda's
bag, and Eden is in Amelia's bag that I have.
Okay. Eden finds Barda's journal in Amelia's bag, which you are wearing.
Okay. With that knowledge, significantly different than the answer I thought I was gonna get. That makes this a little bit easier, and I don't have to zap Amelia. Yet. I'm still a little sussed by her, but... with that knowledge, I guess... Shit, that's not what I thought you were gonna say. And now my entire plan has changed. I mean, I guess we're just gonna kind of like slow down a little bit because I'm weak, and let Eden kind of slip out the bag with the journal and fly off. Do we need like a stealth check?
I need Eden to make a stealth check, yeah.
Excellent. And before I roll, we are gonna give the burst of ingenuity to add a +2 to this, no matter what it is. Oh, praise the Lord. Do we have any? Oh, we have a +5. Excellent. That's gonna be a 19.
Okay. All right. You feel pretty confident that Eden has slipped out of the bag. Eden didn't slip out with the journal, right? Just slipped out generally?
No, with the journal.
With the journal. Okay. Okay. Still pretty confident. I mean, you watch Eden
did
slip
Barda,
out.
like, look back, or...
Roll
Amelia?
perception. roll a perception.
15.
Okay. Barda does not look back. Amelia does, very shortly after she hands you the bag. And right around the time Eden is slipping out, and she gives you a wink and goes, then turns back and keeps walking.
We're gonna leave Huthamar in
People-
that bag just in case.
In the one she's carrying?
Yes.
Sure.
Can I make an insight check on that to see if that was a deceptive wink or if she's like being genuine with me right now?
I'll allow it. Yeah. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Listen, I feel like everyone else has had their nat 20. Dice gods, I would love to be blessed in this moment. Or you could not, that works too. But with a +7, we are gonna pop a dirty 20 off that 13.
She looks at you like she wanted you to have that journal. Like she looks at you like she's also suspicious of her boss.
The way you said that first sentence makes me unsettled, but we're gonna run with it. She wants you to have that journal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Killian, what are y'all doing with the spiders? You got one entangled, one, what did we say? Sleeping, and the other
Is a mouse.
something.
As a mouse.
Oh, is a mouse. Thank you. Heart means mouse, right?
Seeing these spiders be kind of incapacitated, Killian's going to take the chance to. He's going to run over to these cocoons over here.
Mhm.
These two. Yep. And he wants to open them up. Is that?
Okay, yeah, you.
I was going to ask. Go
ahead.
Can I use do I have to physically rip them open?
You can
Yeah.
you can use a knife, anything sharp, any sharp instrument. It's like tearing through 5 sheets of paper, essentially.
Okay. All right. I'll use my whip because that's a slashing weapon.
Yeah, that'll do.
It's gonna be so funny when this is thousands of tiny spiders.
Oh, come on.
That's all.
Damn, why didn't I think of that?
Swarm of spiders.
Joke that would have been.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
No, one of them. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Since there's two there, can I use my 2 attacks to attack both of them?
To open them both?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. One of them is like a young tiefling woman. Oh, thank you. And the other is a Yuan-Ti child.
Yeah, and as soon as they pop out, just even without them catching their breath, I'm just gonna yell, "Run to the village right now!" Just pointing towards the direction of it.
And they do. They rip all the sticky spider web off of their legs and they take off running. So you covered those two. I'll mark them off.
And then, so I moved about 15. So I'm gonna move another. Oh, that feels like a lot. I'm gonna move over here, and then bonus action. I'm gonna use my Chain of Shattered Fate to do the old unshackled leap. So I then teleport 60 feet. So I'm gonna head over towards this one over here as a bonus action, kind of get ready to open it on my next turn.
All right. And for the sake of time here, in the interest of sleep, I'm going to assume Eidos, Bula, Seraphina, are you all on board with opening up these cocoons quickly as you can?
After tying
Seraphina's
up the
gonna get
sleeping
Glitterbell
spider.
to rip them all
To help.
open. Yeah.
Eidos, what were you saying?
After tying up the sleeping spider, then the
Oh,
cocoons.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I will allow all of that to continue. So you all are able to essentially restrain and or incapacitate all 3 of the spiders, even the ones who would wake up after a minute. And you are able to slash into each of these cocoons in the time you've got as these spiders sort of struggle and or snooze away their life. And you open up 6 Yuan-Ti and a tiefling and a dwarf, who seem to have been here for a long time. They all give various states of gratitude before they take off running in the direction of the Yuan-Ti settlement. And before we end, Maraway, anything else you're doing on your end of things?
Eden specifically is going to be running to Benji's tent, or flying, I'm sorry. Close to the ground.
With the book.
To Benji's tent with the book.
Okay. Okay, and you all with the spiders. Anything else you need to do in this clearing before you take off running back toward the city?
Get
Run
the
as
hell out of here.
fast as
Press
possible.
to digitate.
There's no time
And
for
then
that.
run
Let's
out.
go.
There's always time for cleanliness.
Not when spiders are involved. Get out.
Yeah, if you can't smush it, you run away and you burn the house down.
Absolutely.
I think you all probably get back just very shortly after. Was it Eden has arrived back at camp and handed off a journal to Benji, who promptly hid that journal within his own belongings. Didn't take time to look at it. And that's going to be where we call it tonight. So, well done, kids. You survived the spiders. Robin, I can't promise I'll never do it again, but I promise I won't do it again for another 6 weeks.
It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. They're just spiders. It's just pretend. It's just make-believe. Spiders aren't real in real life. Much like displacer beasts and minotaurs. They're not real. Don't worry about it.
I wish.
Thank you all for playing. Thank you all on Twitch for watching. We love you all. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Have a great week. Happy Monday, babes.
Bye-bye.